Hello, I think we're live. Somebody say something to me in the chat. Are we live?
I see you.
Do you see me?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who we got. Well, hello. Good evening, everyone. There's Dia says hello. Hello. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to my channel, This and That. And I hope we have a great time tonight. My channel has devolved into just what it says, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because I kind of like to collect jewelry and a lot of other vintage type items. So that's kind of what you'll see on my channel. I hope you will subscribe. I just realized earlier I'm only 6 away from 200. So if you would please subscribe and hit the little bell below and make it blue, I would really appreciate it. And tonight I want to introduce my auctioneer, April, from Boujee Bear Vintage. Welcome, April.
Hey, everybody.
Hello to everybody in the chat. I'm going to try and scan down so I get a chance to at least say hello. Hello, Mike. I see Mike's in there. Great, Mike. I got some men's things tonight, so I was hoping I might get a few men in the chat. Hello, E. Mendoza. Good to see you. Dia. Sally. Hey, Sally. Good to see you. Thank you. Barb. Good to see you. A Purple Lily. Hello. Junk Lady. Kathleen Merton. I think I'm hitting everybody. If I miss you, I apologize. I certainly don't mean to ignore you, but I think I've got everybody. And I think I just saw maybe Barb putting in the chat too to remember tomorrow is the post office is closed tomorrow. And I was so happy that some people told me because I didn't know either. So I'm not too sad because I made a couple sales today. So it gives me a little time to get them ready before I got to get to the post office. So, but just a shout out to everybody. And we'll get started on the auction. I hope everybody has fun tonight. Don't feel that you have to bid or buy to have fun. Just have fun in the chat. Talk to your friends. Look at some nice jewelry and some nice vintage pieces. And I'm going to say happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. I have so many friends that I have to give shout outs to. So I'm sending you all a happy holiday, however you celebrate. Okay, we'll get started. April on the first one. The first item that I have tonight is a Pandora bracelet. I don't have the charms on it, but it's the kind of bracelet that is the solid ring with the ball down here. And it's got a bow on it. I'm trying to get better with maybe come back a little bit. Can you see that, April? Is it coming in?
Yeah.
The bow there.
Well, not focused. Yeah, on the bow.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'll just open it so that.
And I was going to ask if you could make Barb a moderator so that way she can help in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Those 3 dots.
Now, how do we do that?
Just on the chat, just click those 3 dots beside her name.
Oh, okay. It's pretty easy to do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Barb, if I can get them dots to stop bouncing. Okay. Add moderator. There we go. I don't think it can hurt to have too many.
Nah. She's going to help us by putting some links and stuff in the chat.
Okay, great. Okay, that's great. Thanks, Barb. And it opens like that. And inside here, I know I'm not going to be able to show you because I don't think it won't zoom in as well. But it's in there. It says 925 A-L-E inside here.
Okay.
And then you put your charms on this end, and then the end clicks back in there, and it pops back together.
We got Barb at 10.
We're starting that at 10. Okay. And I think I can get it. Yeah, I can get it on over my. I'll be able to see it better.
Yep, right in there.
Right about there looks a little better. And the bow is on both sides of that little ball. It's got a little bow on each side. And then it clicks open with put the charms on. I thought it was pretty.
We got Purple Lily at 11. Barb came back with 12.
See if I can get that.
All right, let's see. Going once at 12.
There you can kind of see it.
Purple Lily came back at 13. For Barbara.
I don't know if putting it on the white will help anymore. Probably not. Yeah, I think that helped a little bit. Let's see.
And we're still at 13.
Yes. Yes, it is sterling silver. I don't think, does Pandora make anything that's not sterling silver?
Not that I know of, but I'm not certain of that.
They do they? But it will look, if you've got charms, I would have added, I had some charms that I had gotten actually from Barb, and I thought about maybe throwing them in tonight, but I just sold them today, so too bad. They went pretty quick. I have the
charms. I need the bracelet, and I think I did get the bracelet from Barb. She had in her auction.
Yeah, kind of. I like Pandora, but it's not necessarily one of my favorites. But I like sterling silver. I think that's what the draw is.
Yeah.
Hey, Anita, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy holidays. Hi, Jennifer Hayes. Thanks for coming. Babsy, I haven't seen you in a long time. I know it's been probably at least 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like we've been following each other through every chat today.
She won the giveaway today.
She got the giveaway. You beat me out. I knew that answer. And I'll tell you why later, but there's a reason that it's kind of funny too. Yes, Cindy, I have eBay, Etsy, and Posh are below. I put all my links down below so you'd be able to just go right to them. I'm learning. Y'all are teaching me. I'm learning. Hey, Angie. Good to see you. Hope you had a terrific Tuesday.
All right. So I see 18 for Barb. Anybody going? Oh, no, we went 20. Purple Lily.
Okay. Hey, Turtle Trader. Good to see you. How's the family? Doing good, I hope. Yes, it is Pandora, Anita. It's a like a bangle type Pandora solid cuff, not cuff, but bangle, I would call it, with a little ball opening with 2 bows on either side of it. And then you click the little ball open and then put the charms on the other side of the bracelet. See if I can get that. These things are hard to get open sometimes. They're very secure. That's for sure. There's a little, there it goes. Like that. And then you put your charms on this side and then hook it back in the little bead and click it back in there.
All right. I have sold to Purple Lily for 20.
All right. Thank you, Purple Lily. I appreciate you and I appreciate you coming. Okay. Next, I guess I don't have to worry about writing it down, do I, April?
I got you.
Yeah, okay. Then I'm going to relax. Woohoo. Okay, next one. I got 2 rings on this lot. One of them you might have seen in one of my videos is this long, what do you call it, a knuckle type ring, I guess, for lack of a better word. It's really pretty. And I like it, but it just is a little uncomfortable for me, and I don't think it looks too good on my fingers. I think my fingers are too short. But I love it. I wished I could keep it, but I just don't think it looks too good. So I've got that one there. And then I was also tempted to keep this one. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that pretty? It's not sterling silver, but you can see it's well made. There's a rivet there in the back, so I would think it's fairly vintage. And it's a beautiful ring, but I found again that it felt a little heavy on my hand. I wore it for a little while, but it just kept sliding around, and I thought, you know, I think it just is a little bit too big, but it's such a beautiful ring. I just love to see it go. And I'm starting this one out at 5, so for $5 you would get 2 really pretty rings. And they're very, especially the one here, I don't know, it's like a gunmetal color. I don't know what that is. I guess maybe plastic. I don't know. It's not
Cold.
Cold, no. So
maybe it's just like faux hematite.
That's what I'm thinking. And it's really pretty. It's got a nice luster to it.
We got Mike at 5. We have a glass stone in the other one.
You know what? It looks like what you were talking about. It's hematite.
Okay, hematite. Gotcha.
Got little lines in it. Try to see if I can pick that up.
Hematite is a natural stone.
Yeah.
And that's just an undyed hematite.
So it's a little hard to see the lines. I wish it would focus a little bit better, but you can kind of see there we go, the definition a little bit. But it's a pretty ring. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. I feel like I should do the royal wave, you know. I have to, they're only supposed to twist their hands a certain way.
All right, is anyone else interested in the 2 rings?
Okay. Looks like we got a buyer on the rings.
Okay, and sold to Mike for $5. Thank you, Mike.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Oh, Adam. You're so fun. Okay. Next. Oh, this is a taglio necklace. I believe I think that's the right. I'm not real familiar with these, but I know I had asked a couple of times It's really pretty. And I know it's vintage. It's on a nice chain. Comes down pretty long, and that's starting at $7.
Mm-hmm. Is that glass?
Or
Plastic?
You know, it
Or
seems
probably resin.
glass. I need to. Yeah, it sounds like glass.
Okay.
Yeah. When I hit it against this mug is ceramic, so I'm thinking.
Yeah, it sounds like a higher tint.
It's heavy. I mean, it's not. It doesn't feel like plastic because it's heavy. But it's just a beautiful necklace. Yeah, I like that where it
We got
has that.
Cindy at 7.
And you can just wear it either way, which I like too, and it kind of gives a different look depending on if you wear it that way or wear it the other way.
Mm-hmm. Mike came in at 8. Dia was asking if you had like a black background, but do you have a bust?
I have my little handy dandy
Your mini one. We can at least put the pendant in front of it.
That's the one I thought was going to be full size when I got it. Boy, was I surprised. They got it good on me.
Well, I tell you what, you spray paint it with some chalk paint, and then you can put your numbers on it beside, your items for like a pop-up shop or something.
That's a good idea. I never thought about that. I did put a few earrings on it and take some pictures on it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it's not going to be a waste.
Cindy came back at 9. I'm losing my voice.
I'm too embarrassed to return it. It's like I'd be telling somebody, you idiot, if you read the advertisement.
Mike said he's out, so we'll go once at 9.
Oh, Barb says she'll send me one. A miniature one, Barb, or a big one?
It is glass, Sandra.
Yeah. Can you see that, April? Is it coming in?
Yep, I see it very well.
Yes. The bow there. Well, not focused. Yeah.
Okay. Uh-oh. Did we lose your voice? You're muted. You'll have to unmute yourself. There you go. All right. Do you know Sandra
Aguirre?
Okay, so we're good with that bid. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Sandra. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'll just open it so that.
And I was going to ask if you could make Barb a moderator so that way.
That's your video playing from earlier.
Now, how do we do that?
Okay. Just on the chat, just click those 3 dots beside her name.
Oh, okay.
You're going to have to mute the video.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get over there. Good grief. Okay. Okay, let me come back. Goodness. I'm still trying to learn. Okay, there we go. That's better. I thought I had that off, but time out. Yeah, time out for technical difficulties. Okay, Dia, don't get too carried away. If you need a comfort break, we'll wait on you.
So we're at 14 for Sandra. Anybody doing 15?
Maybe I can drape it back over there. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that.
Oh, at 15. I mean, at 14.
Whew, getting warm in here. It is hot in Florida. I hate to even say that to anybody, but
Yeah, I will totally trade places. Sold to Sandra for 14.
well, thank you, Sandra. I appreciate it. Well, see, my stand actually came in handy. How about that?
Yes, we will find a use for it.
One way or the other. Okay, and we're at, I'm so organized here, I can't stand it.
The mother and child.
Number 4. Okay, put my ring back on that I took off. And I have a pendant. It is vintage. You can see the little rivet there in the back. It is a rollover clasp, but it's very pretty. I really couldn't find anything when I was doing research that looked exactly like this, but it looks like a mother and a baby. I mean, I don't think it's Mary Magdalene. I think it's just like a maybe Renaissance woman with a baby, maybe.
Is it painted on porcelain, or is it one of those kind of like they adhere it on there?
It's painted because it's set with these rivets around the little half circles around. It's set in there, and it looks.
So you
to me
do see like the strokes and stuff in it.
Yes, yes, and the colors are really nice. It looks to me like what they did is hand painted it and then put like a resin over it or something.
Yeah, I think they do put a coating over it too.
That's
but there's some of them that have like it's almost like a print that they lay over the glass, like a milk glass or something.
I don't know. It doesn't look like that, April. I'm not going to say that it's not, because I'm not that knowledgeable in these. I mean, I can tell, like I said, it's definitely vintage, but to verify that it's hand painted, I really can't.
Okay.
Just by looking
We're not sure.
Not sure. No, but it's beautiful. And the colors are just really pretty. They're kind of.
Barbara said she can't see it too well. And I think Sandra wanted to see the back again.
Let's see if we can. Does that help any?
About right in there, and then you'll have to leave it like really still for the camera to focus on
it. Is that any better? See, yeah, I've got white. I don't know if the white will make any difference either.
When I flip over to the video and look at it, I can make out the image. I mean, it's not 100% clear, but you can make out the image. And Angie said 7.
Yeah, that's a hard one to get to come in.
I came in with 8. And Barbara said very blurry for her, but that can always depend on the
yeah, because I'm not really sure about. I guess you just supposed to hold it still and let it focus.
Yeah, as still as you can for it to focus, and it's hard to do.
But most cameras do that, right? I mean, it's not something I need to go.
No, that's the way they work. You have to let it focus in, and they get distracted by things in the background a lot.
I thought that might get kind of.
So I had went 8, and then Sandra said 9.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Sandra, you had it at 9. Barbara, Babsy, do you want to go 10?
There, that came in a little better. Now, if I just hold, I feel like I'm on Survivor. How long can you hold a piece of jewelry?
So Barbara is at 11, then Sandra said 12.
And somebody said, I'm sorry, somebody said they wanted to see the back. I apologize. Here's the back. See if I can get a little better picture of it.
Yes, we see you, Cherry Berry. We might have missed a comment, though. Did you want something? I know you said about the back.
And it's rollover.
We're at 14 for Sandra.
Up against the red.
And Barbara said she's out, so we'll go once. Well, Barbara, you've got it right now. I don't see anybody that outbid you, so going once at 13.
Yeah, Sherry Berry, if you're wanting to bid, that yeah, that's fine, no problem. I guess
Okay.
I didn't really
Bid 14. Okay, hold on. Let me backtrack.
Okay. Mendoza said to hold it on my red jacket.
She retracted the message. Sandra retracted the 14 bid.
Okay. So we're at 13.
Yeah, we're at 13. Barbara, do you still want it at 13? Because I was about to sell it to you. Okay, sold to Barbara Babsy for $13.
Thank you. I think you'll love it. I think it's a beautiful brooch.
That's
okay, on to the next one. And Cherry Berry, that was the one who was asking. I think probably because I didn't explain when the video started that email me after the auction, and I put my email address down below, largoriggs@yahoo.com, and email me after the auction, and I will send you your total. Give me your name and your address and email me after the auction, and I will send you your total, and then we will go from there. So easy.
And I did put it in the video in the chat.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Much clearer against the red, Francis. Thanks. I was trying to get it to focus a little better. I don't know if my light's real good, if I should turn that. Is that better?
Well, that makes it darker, but sometimes darker lighting for certain pieces is better than brighter lighting.
I have a hard time with the light, so just give me a shout out. If it's too dark or there's an issue, just let me know. I'll learn from what you tell me. Angie said it was a lot clearer on the red too. So, okay, here we go. What we got next here? Oh, we got the April's favorite one.
Yeah.
The queen brooch, the queen lot. I've got 3 brooches here. One is a little crown. There, that's coming in pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
How's that look, April?
Yeah, I can see it clearly.
That this one's a little crown. They're all vintage. This one has it's going to be kind of hard. Maybe there it is. You can see the clasp. It has just a little clasp.
Like a C clasp?
C clasp. That's what I'm looking for. I keep saying clasp, C clasp on the back. So it's definitely vintage. And I've got it upside down. Let's see here. Show you let's do this. Let's take it unloose and let you look at the back and see hopefully you can see the rivet. There's a rivet right there. Yeah, there it is in the back. So you can tell that it's definitely vintage. And along with the crown, the queen has to have the key to the kingdom. So I have a key with a little pearl set there on the key and rollover clasp. But it is, I'm pretty sure it's vintage too. It looks like it to me. Just the style and the way the pearl is set in there. I mean, it's nice. It's well done. So we got the key to the kingdom there. Hopefully you can see that. How's that looking?
I see it clearly.
Okay. And then you have to have your seal if you're going to be a queen. So your insignia. So there's your insignia.
Pretty.
And it is vintage also. It's got a rollover clasp, but it has the rivet there in the back too.
Okay, Francis wanted to know if you'd hold it up to your sweater.
Oh yeah, there. That
was a little blurry for her, so that might help. I mean, it looks, yeah, I can see it there too.
That look a little clearer on the red. I'll just use myself as a human jewelry stand, and
there we go.
I should have just put them on all over me before I started, and then I could just point to them.
Right? Maybe that'll work. We could just take a sweater and pin them to the sweater and hold the sweater up.
Hold it up. You know, that's not a bad idea.
It might work.
And maybe the crown will come in a little better too. Oh yeah, it's kind of.
All right. Anyone going once? I've already bid 10.
Anybody else want to get in on it? Yeah, it is cute, isn't it, Carla? I told April it's been sitting in my drawer for a while because I really wasn't wanting to let go of it, and I just enjoyed looking at it every time I opened the drawer. So today I finally said, okay, it's time. And then we got the key there.
We got Skywatch at 11. I came back with 12.
Okay, let's see if I can be coordinated. There we go. Yeah, it does come on the red a little better. I need tweezers or something to show it. Kathleen Brandt says, yes, take the sweater off and use it for a display. Well, as much as I'd like to, I don't think it's that kind of show.
Got Turtle Trader at 13.
Yeah, it's a cute little. I had thought it'd be cute just to, I wish I could stick them all on there to just wear them all together. Okay. Well, that ain't working too good. There, that's a little better.
All right, so going once at 13.
Is there cover charge? Oh, yes, always. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that does look pretty good. Yeah, I'm noticing how.
All right, well, I have sold to Turtle for 13.
Okay, well, thank you, Turtle. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming. Let's make sure we get these little pins back in there, or I'm going to stick the heck out of myself. I'm like looking down thinking, where's the other pin at? It's right here, dummy. Okay. Boy, what a night. What a day. I can get it back in there. There we go. Okay, thank you, Turtle Trader. Okay, next one. Oh, okay, if we got crafters in here, I put that on there. I've got what I'm calling a mishmash bag. I go to one hospice shop, and that's what they like to call their bags. They call them craft bags, and they put mishmash on them. But believe it or not, I found a lot of wearable jewelry and gold and silver in them. So I get kind of tickled. But this has got a little bit of everything in it. It's got, you know, broken necklaces. There are some that are wearable that are maybe a little tarnished. Try to see if we can, there's a watch in there. That purple is a watch. This is a necklace. I think it's missing some stones, but I think the stones are in there. And some earrings. There's other earrings. There's earrings that are pairs in there too, that for probably whatever reason maybe I just didn't like. There's some sparkly earrings down in there. There's a vintage brooch that's missing one little pearl, real pretty there. Some bangles, pearls. So if anybody's into crafting, there's a lot of good stuff. There's another watch in there. I think there's a couple of watches, earrings, bling, some bracelets. There's that purple watch up there, earring, white beads. Anybody interested in the craft bag?
I'm looking. Anyone?
I don't see any. You just never know, because sometimes people are looking for them, and otherwise I just put them up online.
Mm-hmm.
I had pretty good luck with them too on eBay.
Yep, and me and Barb did a craft auction recently with the beads and stuff, and we did have some interest in the beads for sure.
Yeah, I sold a big bag of beads for 20 bucks on eBay, and the guy sent a message and said he was using them to make fishing lures. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of interesting.
I had no idea. So like maybe like the fly fishing lures or something?
Uh-huh, yeah. Purple Lily, it's starting at 10.
Okay, she gave 10.
There's quite a bit. I think that's a earring right there. Kind of, I'm not going to take anything out, but I'm trying to kind of get it around. Not sure what that is, but it's kind of pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that stone, that orange there is pretty.
All right, if no one else is interested, do you want to just sell it to Purple Lily for 10?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, Purple Lily. I think you'll have fun. If nothing else, you'll have fun going through it. I like going through craft bags too, so you just never know what you're going to find, you know?
Mm-hmm. True.
All right. Great. Thank you. And we'll move on. Let me get a little sip here.
I need to go get some water too, so I'm listening. I'm not going very far.
Okay. All right. And I'm just going to take 1 second to turn my air up. I know with some of you, it's turning the heat up. With me, it's turning the air.
Okay, I'm back.
Sorry. Nothing like bailing out on your own show. Ooh, that's a little better.
I'm just losing my voice today, so I needed some water.
Well, you're in cool weather, boy. Sally says it's 34.
Oh, no.
Man, I lived up north. I am glad to be down here. What's your temperature, April?
I've got 40. 40 degrees right now.
about the same. Barb says it's 70 at her place. Vanessa said it was 87 today. See, we're all the Florida gals here, so sorry about that, folks. But we did move to Florida for a reason. Okay. Oh, we got the next bag. These are pretty cool. I've got a couple of black lariats, I would call them. And I'm starting these out at 10. I've got 2 of them. And the first one is a black and gold braided lariat. And it's got little small seed beads intertwined with the gold chain. There, that shows a little better.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes down to this really cool little tassel. And you can, I like to wear them just, you know, strung over like that. I have several of them that I wear. And you can just put them wherever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like to just let them hang. But I have been seeing a lot of these. I've been seeing a lot of people wearing them, so it must be getting to be more in fashion because I wear them. I don't know if I'm in fashion or not because I just wear what I like.
Exactly. I'm the same way.
You know, it's kind of
tassels seem to be very fun and people seem to really like tassels too.
So got this one is the first one. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh yeah, there we go. You can see them pretty good. And then the other one is all black seed beads. And it's really beautiful.
Oh, it is pretty.
Isn't that pretty? It's really got a nice shine to it. And you come down to all the tassels, and it has 2 beads on the side that connect to the tassel. I'll try and show you the they look like chains, but little seed beads.
That's very intricate.
Yeah, it is very intricate, and it comes down to this little bead right here, and then the bead comes on up to the tassel. So I'll see if I can get that one on for you to see what it looks like. There we go. Slap myself in the face with the. Yeah, this is just really, I think, really exotic. I just like.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty.
My daughter's heart was hurt that I was gonna.
Oh, does she wear it too sometimes?
Yeah, she likes it. Yeah, and it's got little beads all the way down it. It goes to another little faceted bead and then down to another one. And it's all just seed beads. It kind of reminds me of those things that used to hang from the doors in the 70s. What do you call those? They used to put them up between the doors.
Oh, yeah. I used to have some on my bedroom door back in the 90s. I had wooden beads.
But yeah, I had some of them, and I just thought it so cool to watch.
Maybe like door dividers or something. I don't know. I forget what they're called. Cherry Berry, we can see you, sweetie. You're in the chat. You're typing. You're not blocked. Okay, my Skywatch said she likes them for 10. If anyone else is not interested, do you want to sell those to Skywatch?
Skywatch for 10. Yeah, they're really pretty. I think you'll be pleased with them when you see them in person.
Right. Sold the Skywatch for 10. Thank you.
Especially on long ones, it's so hard to show them on. It's hard to take pictures of and hard to show them on the.
It is, but when you get those beads in the right light, they're going to sparkle a lot.
Yeah, they do. So, thank you, Skywatch. I appreciate that. And you have the coolest name. I just love that name. And we got Jennifer Hayes. I don't know if I said hello to you, Jennifer. I see people coming in Skywatch. And, oh, Elizabeth England. Hello. I just saw you.
Okay. Dia looked them up, I guess, and she said they're called beaded doorway curtains.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. I just couldn't think of what I had them, but I couldn't think of what you call them.
Yeah. The older ones had some really like little thin plastic beads, but mine were like the kind of look like they were made in Jamaica or something. They were all wooden, different types of wood beads.
Yeah. And some of them even had pictures. Like there'd be a picture in the beads from where they had. I mean, some of them were kind of intricate, but oh well, yay for the 70s. That was my youth. Oh, and I have a cute little. I tried to do a variety of reserve type prices, so I'm just going to start these at 2. What they are, they're little candle charms from Pier 1, and you just stick the little. I think you could probably use them as for a bulletin board too, for a thumbtack.
Oh, they stick into the candle.
But they stick into the candle, yeah, and you can decorate your candle with them. It's got 2 Christmas trees, 2 bells, and 2 snowmen. I just think they're just real cute. Like I said, you could even use them on a bulletin board too.
Barb's in for 2.
And put them on a candle. Now, if you put them on a candle, I found I heat up the little pin there. Watch me drop it and not be able to find it. I heat that up and then stick that in the candle. I just use a lighter and kind of heat the pin up, the post up, and then stick it in the candle. And
they look like the little scatter pins too. Like you could maybe put like the little back on them and wear them like pins.
I mean, they're real cute. I don't know how long I've had these. I've never used them. I had other ones and I didn't use these. So,
well, can you stick them into someone you don't like?
Well, yes. How about we get a what's the doll that they stick the pins into? A voodoo doll.
A voodoo doll, yeah.
If you have a voodoo doll and you want to use them for that, go right ahead. I'm not judging.
All right, let's see. I have Barb at 2, so going once.
Let Barb have it at 2. Yes.
Right, sold to Barb for $2.
Thanks, Barb.
Thank you, Barb.
Thank you. And let's see. Okay, the next item I have is a Brighton winter white purse. It's in excellent condition, really pretty, and this has just got all kinds of pockets. It opens up here with the magnetic, and if you look in, you can see there's pockets for your cards there, and there's the lining. The lining is just really, really good. I hate to say immaculate because you never want to say that when you're posting them because you get the crazies, but I would be willing to almost say it's immaculate on the inside. And then you've got the little heart here, the little Brighton heart. And if you pop that open, you've got the wallet area where you can put your checkbook there that has that same lining. And You've got more slots here for money.
Sally was wanting to know, can you measure the strap? You know
Yes.
how long the strap
Yes.
is?
It's very long. It's a crossbody. And then also it's got a pocket on the back there too. And then at the top with another little heart, it's got a zip and more room in there too. So it's just got all kinds of little pockets. And I'll measure. I mean, you can see the strap there is, it goes way down. I don't know how far back I have to go to, there we go. There you kind of see where it lays, Sally. And then I'll measure it for you with my handy dandy measuring tape. Barb will appreciate this. This is the one that I have, Barb. Barb found one of these in a, I think it was a keychain bag the other day.
Yeah.
It's a pretty little heart. But I have one too that I've been using that I found in a jewelry bag. And I just love, you just pull it out.
So we had Carmen went 10, then Sally went 12, then Carmen said 15.
Okay, and it's 23 inches from the top of the strap to the purse. So
Sally said 16.
So, and then we'll, isn't that cool? Yeah, it's a nice, it's got the little, and you can adjust. It's got the little buckle to adjust.
Carmen's at 20. And Sally said 22.
It's just a really cute little bag. And it had,
It's unusual, the bright I find. I don't find the white like that.
no, I hadn't either. That's why I kind of snatched it up. In here where you hook your chains too. So if you wanted to wear it as a clutch, you could unhook that. But and then this says Brighton on the magnetic thing here.
Mm-hmm. We got Sally at 22, and Vanessa said she sold a black one, same design, for 49.
Yeah, Brighton seems, I've sold several Brighton purses and they seem to do well. There's the, you can see the little logo there on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I just thought,
they're very well made too, because I have a bunch. I mean, not in my personal, but for resale.
The detail on them and the little, you kind of, you know, you start getting that you can see them and you scan across and it's like you pick out Brighton.
Yeah, just like the jewelry, you can spot it.
You get better and better at it.
Carmen's at 23.
Yeah, I just think, and then you just got, you know, a pocket in the back. I mean, this would be for the perfect. I just went to see Ed Sheeran not too long ago and found out when you went into the concert, you couldn't take a purse. It had to be a small crossbody or a plastic bag. So I rooted around in my car and found a plastic bag that I could take my keys and cell phone in with me and some money. And so that was crazy. And I thought, well, boy, this would have been nice to have that.
Yeah. Those little wristlets are good for stuff like that too.
It gave me an idea about selling because I thought, well, all these young girls are going to concerts. They'd be wanting these little wristlet type purses to take to the concert. I noticed that's what a lot of them were wearing. So they obviously knew. It had been years before since I had been to a concert. So, but yeah, I just think this is just really nice. And it's got kind of that alligator type design.
It does. Yeah. I've got Sally at 26.
And that snaps down. There's another little snap over there that makes it tighter. I mean, it's all, it does not look like it was used much, if at all. So I love crossbodies too, Babsy. It just seems like any purse I buy, it's got to have a strap, or it's just not for me. I like to have that option because they can get so heavy on your arms. I mean, I see people doing these videos where they change their purses out all the time, and I just think, oh my goodness, I don't know if I could do that. I'm kind of like a one purse gal. I kind of get a favorite purse and then I'll wear it for a long time before I'm willing to do the dirty deed of putting all my stuff in a different purse.
And I have sold to Sally for $26.
Oh, thank you, Sally. I think you'll really like it. I think it's beautiful. Put that on there.
I just got some packages.
Woo, it's Christmas.
Yes.
It's Christmas. Jingle, jingle.
I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is from another country.
Another country.
I wonder if I bought this on eBay. Sometimes I forget.
I do the same thing on Amazon. And I come home and I have a package and think, what is that?
Right.
Somebody said something in the chat here I wanted to catch. Lynn B said she had no idea what Brighton was till she went in a local shop 25 years ago. Then I went to Vegas and bought my daughter her first piece. I think she was 12. I like Brighton too. I like the style. I'm really drawn to it, and I'm always drawn to silver. And Skywatch says she loves crossbodies for shopping hands-free. I do too. That's the way I am. I've got to have a shoulder strap. Somebody else, I think somebody said that, yeah, me either. I use it and I throw it away. Well, I don't always throw them away, but I use them forever until I'm ready to get a new one. Then I'm picky about getting a new one. So I just got done carrying a Coach that I had gotten from Dawn on one of the MSP auctions, and I loved it. I wore it and wore it and wore it. Vanessa says she does on auction. She doesn't remember what. I know, I do the same thing, Vanessa, and then I run around afterwards and make sure I got everybody paid. I'm always worried about that. Sometimes I send an email and say, am I all paid up with you? And Sally says she's obsessed with Spartina bags. I hadn't heard of those.
I'm going to look that up then, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll look that up, Sally. I'm not familiar with that. That sounds cool. I know I like your style, Sally, so I'm going to have to check that out. Carmen says the same thing happens to her and forgets what she's got when she gets auction packages. Well, I think it must happen to all of us then. So I'm glad to hear that. Sally says those are amazing bags. So we'll have to look them up. I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
We'll go to the next one. Now, I think this is like a trip maybe back to the 70s, but I've got a chain belt lot, and I've got 4 belts here, and I'm starting it at, what am I starting? 5. I'm starting it at 5. I was going to say, what am I starting it at? The first one, this one is really neat. It's not real silver, but
yes, but it's like a concho style.
Yeah, kind of that. Kind of a hammered design on there. And it's really pretty. They're kind of hard to show too, but I'll try and show you like up close what they look like. And then the hook on this one has the big, this one hooks into a big circle here. And that's your closure of the belt there, or you can hook it along any of these other circles wherever it's gonna fit.
Would you say would that fit somebody like my size?
Well, let me try and see if it'll go. I don't think it's gonna go around me. No. See, it just barely.
I would have worn that one. I like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty. And I kind of wondered if you could wear it. I don't know if you could do it like a necklace too, to kind of just, I mean, I do weird things like that too for things I like.
I mean, I could see like if it's not too long, then you could probably latch it in the back.
Latch it and, you know, kind of make something out of it. It's just this is just a really pretty one. I just like that design. And I used to wear a lot of chain belts when I was younger. And this one is very mod, very 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So yellow enamel and silver. And then it comes to the chain there. And then the hook on it is a little better. The hook on it has the lobster claw. And then you can hook it anywhere you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of hangs down. And this one is very heavy. Looks really bright. It's a very bright gold. I don't see, there's no finish wear or anything. It's just really heavy. It's pretty. And it's got the lobster claw too that fastens in. I suppose you could do a necklace on that too. It's just a really pretty chain.
Mm-hmm. We got Anita at 5.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to leave that there. And then you can kind of see
Kathleen Brandt said, how long is it?
This one, let's see. Pull out my handy dandy little, let's see, that's at 31. This one's pretty long. We got, this is at 43. This is 43 inches long. So I don't know if this, I don't think this one will go either, but it's, yeah, it's closer. See, this one is much closer to hooking.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why I generally go with belts that have stretch and stuff, because that's about all I can do.
That one's really pretty. It's heavy. This is nice. It's a not well-made belt. You can hear the, I just love doing that kind of stuff. It sounds so cool. And then the last one is another ode to the 60s with flower power. And that's where this one hooks there on that. It's got kind of a push open clasp. Let's see if I can get it off. There we go. And there's the main flower. And then you go to each little flower. There's 3.
Oh, those are, I love those flowers.
Yeah, isn't that? I think that's cute too.
I have a bunch of belts that I need to get listed in my Etsy shop because I know that they will probably sell pretty quickly.
How long this one is here to give you an idea.
It is like Christmas. I've got 4 packages.
Right. Hey, that's a good thing. It's 30.
I've been eBaying late at night.
And okay, are we ready? Isn't that cool? I get such a thrill out of it. push of that thing and we've taken it back in. So we've got 4 of these. I think they're pretty if anybody's interested. We got, who did we get? We get one bid on this, April?
Yes, Anita, sold to Anita for $5. No one else.
Thanks, Anita. I think they're fun. And they bring back memories, especially the silver one.
I get them in the jars and stuff, so I'm going to list them in my Etsy shop.
Yeah, they're fun.
I mean, I think they're really fun, especially something like that when they buy an outfit from me that maybe, you know, 70s or something
and they're
style.
That, you know, period style, you know, especially anytime, you know, people have a lot of, and I go to them myself, they have a lot of theme parties, you know, and I went to a 70s one just last year where we had to come up with the 70s outfit. So,
cool.
You know,
I want to go to a theme party.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't know anybody around here for real. Nobody invites me to parties unless they're children's birthday parties.
Well, next time I'll invite you, April.
Cool.
Cindy's oh no, Cindy. She's unpacking her Goodwill box. My heart was beating so fast when she was showing that box. I thought, oh my God.
I bet it's good.
Fun. Oh yes. All the fun of opening that up. That's overwhelming.
My only fear is I don't want to get one and not be happy with it. That's why I haven't bought one from Goodwill yet. I'm trying to pick the right one.
I've been looking at rings because I'm kind of into rings right now. So I've got a few bids in on some of them, but I don't know if I could take all that extra jewelry. Yeah. I'm still trying to get
one away for myself.
Love that. That's beautiful.
And I got like a really good deal on eBay. I go sniping stuff late at night. That's what I do.
Yeah, you do, you know, and you look at the time, you see, you know, I kind of wait. I put watches on it and then I wait until it's close to the time it's going to end and then see where it's at. And it's fun. Kathleen Brandt says, I'm about the same size as you, Kathleen, and the same age and the same name. You know, hey, you can't get better than that, can you? Great minds alike. My mother always thought that Kathleen was the most beautiful name. So that's how I got named Kathleen. Kind of looking at the chat here. If you don't get invited, make your own parties, what Sally says.
Yeah, Cindy says we can do an online themed party. I'm in.
Yeah. And maybe play Pictionary again. That was fun. It is a mess, but so far some great things. Yeah. You're making us jealous, Cindy.
Mm-hmm.
And Sally was born in 65. I was born in 56. So we're kind of around that same era. And I just seen, did Selena just come in? Yeah, there she is.
Yeah.
Hey, Selena, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. All right, let me get another little sip here. I'm like Cindy. When I get so warm, my cheeks just get really red from being so warm.
I did get red-faced when I'm like working out or something like that and get really hot, or if I'm really embarrassed.
Yeah, I do blush when I'm embarrassed. And that makes it even worse. The next item I have is a vintage jewelry box. And I'm hoping I can get this to come in, maybe. Come over by my sweater. There we go. And it's got a little angel on the front. And then it's glass, green glass all around.
That's what I was describing on Cindy's channel today. It's kind of like it's stained glass and it's set with the metal around it.
And it is, let me think of the name here again. I had already looked it up this afternoon. The artwork, it was from 1993. The artwork is by Lynn Bywaters. And it is, I'm trying to think what the brand was again, because I just found it. Hold on, I want to say Sankyo, I think is what it is. Yes, Sankyo. Sankyo. And I've got some jewelry in here too to go along with it, but I'll show you the inside. It's got mirrored compartment right there. And when you wind it up, it sings Hark the Herald Angels. And then when you open it up,
mine didn't play music, but it was like an octagon shape, and it had some stained glass flowers on top, and then it just hinged and opened up.
Pretty. I love these ones. I have one that has the glass around it.
I do. I have a blue one.
See my jewelry. That's why I like putting my jewelry in jars too, because I can see. And I dropped one piece here. Let me see if I can find it quickly. I heard it drop if I didn't squash it. Oh my. Hold on. I got to crawl under my desk.
You're good.
Oh my. Getting a workout in. Yes, I did drop one, but I found it. Whew. Okay, and then to sweeten the pot, what I did was I put little angels in there. This is a little angel stick pin.
Okay. We got Carmen at 30.
Long wings. And then this is a little necklace that I came across in the vintage stuff with a little angel on it, kind of enameled. It's in nice condition. It doesn't look to be anything, you know, real expensive, but it's cute. See if I can get that to stop moving. There's the angel. Here we go on the red again. And it's got a little bit, it's got a, where it must have had a tag or something, but a little goo gone or something would take that right off. And a little charm, angel charm. It's like a little crystal angel that you can put on a chain. And then another little angel brooch with little red hollies around his head there. Real cute. And it's got a little back clasp on it. So you get the jewelry box and the little angels to go with it.
You can hear that good too.
Yeah, doesn't that sound good? Sounds so pretty.
I have sold to Carmen for 30.
All right. Thank you, Carmen. Makes me want to leave it open.
Yeah.
I wanted to have Christmas music on, but I thought that's going to be a little distracting. I had my music on the last video I made and didn't realize.
You shared a picture of your Christmas tree, didn't you? But you didn't do a video, did you, or did you?
Yes, I did a video.
Okay, you did a video. Okay, yep. Then I did see it.
Yeah. I did have music in the background on that video, but I know the music can be a little distracting when you're trying to talk. Congratulations, Carmen. And the next one I have is another jewelry box, a vintage. I don't think this is, I think it's just metal. I don't think it's pewter. But they're real. I have a smaller one, and I just think they're really pretty. It's got the big rose on the top, and then red velvet on the inside. And I've got a couple pieces of jewelry in there too. I had a little heart, little black and white heart, and another little vintage brooch. And it's
they kind of look like poppies.
This here,
the flowers, they kind of look like poppies on the brooch.
Cute,
with the little things that come down. Or maybe I'm thinking of a cone flower. Maybe I'm thinking, yeah, cone flowers.
Yeah,
like Echinus or something.
yeah, it's weird. The flowers, it's kind of hard to tell. It's almost like I don't know, a hand holding them up or something, the little stones. They've got some sparkle to them. And then this is the inside of the...
And Anita went 7. Sandra said 8. Anita came back with 10. And Sandra said 12.
I just love having these around. I've got a lot of little boxes like this with jewelry in it.
My floor. Oh my goodness. That's why I'm running out of room in the floor, is to set all these jewelry boxes. I'm going to have to auction them too.
Yeah, it's jewelry boxes are kind of fun to pick up, really.
Yeah, they are. You can find some really unique ones, and the ones that I use for storage that are really large, I mean, I got them at a great price.
Well, and I think they're great too for picking up, just to sweeten the deal and advertise it with the box and a couple pieces of jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, definitely good for photos and stuff too.
Oh,
We've got Anita at 17.
Yeah, this would have been a good one. I didn't even think about that. Oh, well, you just get overwhelmed with so much stuff that you get like 1,000 different ideas going on in your head. At least I do. And it's nice and clean. I made sure. And there's no smell. I use coffee beans to get vintage smells out of things, and it works great. I just leave it overnight. I'll put jewelry in them, all kinds of things. Or grounds, if you have grounds. They're a little messier, but they work too.
Mike got in right under the wire at 18. I'll let that go out of it.
Karate chopping Mike. He's
I have this spray that I make with essential oils that I spray on the clothing or anything fabric and stuff. And that works really great. Like just instantly, once it dries, it's, smells just like, leaves that essential oil smell, but you don't smell any old smell.
A good idea. Yeah, I'm going
to try to make some up in small bottles, and I'll have it probably listed in my store if anybody's interested in it. I think me and Casey talked about it, and I said, what if I call it the reseller refresh?
Oh, that's a great idea. I love these little flowers right in there. I mean, there's just so much detail in this.
It is. It's really pretty. Do you think that could be as old as maybe Victorian, or?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I'm thinking more maybe 50s is what I'm thinking. With the,
it's hard to tell because they did replicate. That liner is that liner's old. Yeah,
definitely Victorian, but it could be a remake in the 50s. So it's just hard to tell. I did find a few of them out there though. Chop. Yeah, Mike's getting good at karate chopping the women for the jewelry.
He likes to fight over it. Y'all are just giving him what he wants.
Hell hath no fury like a woman after jewelry.
Right? Oh, yeah, there he did it again. He's going to work me to death.
Yes, he is.
All right. I'll give y'all a little more time.
Oh, Adam says he's going to go because Cupcake's been...
Uh-oh.
Adam's going to start karate chopping. Ooh, that is pretty. Oh,
this is from Cindy. Okay.
Now you're going to have fun tonight, too, opening up your packages.
This is the last one to open. I've been doing it as we've been talking.
Okay.
I got jewelry from Barb that me and Casey ordered, and then I've got some eBay items, which was some turquoise earrings and sterling, and then this lapis lazuli necklace that I've been dying to see. And I don't remember. Oh yeah, I know this is not for me.
Sally, Mike told us to call him Cupcake. He said that's his nickname. So he's the one that said call me Cupcake. So that's why everybody I call him Mike or Roland, but Cupcake kind of sticking. And we had, so Adam, you were right. Were you serious at 22?
Oh, was he? Uh-oh.
That's what Mike just asked. So it's roll.
Oh, okay. He said 22 for bidding.
Yes, he said he's serious.
Okay. So instead of going once at 21, that's going once at 22. And then Mike said 21.
At 23. Okay.
I'll go back to my package now to dollar time.
All right. Oh, Adam's at 24.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I'm getting excited here. There's a method to my madness.
Okay, Mike said he's out. So going once at 24.
Okay. Unless he's going to sneak in on us again.
Yeah.
Boy, that is pretty. It's funny when you sit here looking at it for so long, you're like, oh, why am I getting rid of this?
I do that too. Like I almost just want to put it back.
Well, I'm so glad. Thank you, Adam. I'm so glad you won because I will tell you why. I tried to be really objective about my, I can't think of a better word, but I was trying to be objective about the auction and gear a little bit towards the men that come in because you're always kind of getting left out. So Adam, since you won this, I'm going to send with it a 1964 uncirculated Kennedy $50.
Oh, I would have bid on the jewelry box.
So Adam, you get that in your box. You also get the Kennedy $50 with the jewelry. So I'm so happy that I was able to give a little something to the guys this time. Not a whole lot of women are real interested in coins, so except maybe me and April.
Yeah, I like them.
Thanks.
I think it was from my grandfather and them liking coins when I was younger, so I used to sit and look at what they were.
Yeah, my dad's the one that got me. He started me with pennies and then quarters and nickels, and then I inherited his after he died. So I've been working on a lot of what he had. So he was an amazing coin collector. What do we got? We got bracelet lot. Okay, we've got a bracelet lot here. Dia says she likes coins too. Oh, so does Sally. Oh, cool.
Yay.
Okay. All right. Hey, Jaded Gypsy. I didn't see you come in. Hello to you. And Dia likes coins. Well, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. I don't share too much about the coins on videos because most of my buyers are men, you know. So I've got this bracelet. This is a bracelet lot of I think about 6 or 7 bracelets. This one is just really cool. And it's a stretchy, but it's in good condition. And it looks really neat on. It's got that kind of a brutal, like Conan the Barbarian, or I mean, I don't know. I just think it's really neat looking. And
It has a cool pattern.
It's heavy. It's nice. It's a nice cuff. So we've got that one. Get that one off. And we've got a couple of memory. I like these memory wire ones. I think they're kind of cool looking. And I think they look pretty on. So we got a blue memory wire there. And this one is very interesting. It's an enamel bracelet with little pointed gold squares around it and gold on the inside. And it's in good condition. I don't see any finish wear on it, and it's a nice bangle. See what it looks like on. And this, oh, she's got it starting at 7 on this lot. And this one is really cute. You know, I came across this one in a bag and just thought it was real cute. It's got a little, it's kind of a Kate Spade look to it. It reminds me. It's got a little butterfly hanging off of it, and then it's green enamel. And it looks to me like, I don't know, it kind of looks like brass inside.
It does look like brass on the inside.
And you can kind of see around the edge too, because there is a little bit of an edge that comes up on it. And then it's got the little, that cute little butterfly hanging from it. I just thought it's real cute. I tried to have a theme, kind of green and blue here. And then just a plain, just to throw in for posterity, kind of a black with marble type tone running through it.
So we got Mike at 7.
And then another memory wire I'm going to run out. This one is really neat. It's real long. Reminds me of the Slinkies. I remember Slinkies. I put them downstairs. Well, now I don't know.
That really bent up because me and my brother would snatch them and bend them.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't do that anymore like they were supposed to.
They got a wearing out. I can remember when they were popular. Yeah, that one's pretty. I'm not going to try and put it on because I'll have to stretch it out to put it on. But it's a very, and it kind of goes along with all the other colors there. And then this one's just a small little blue one, but it's got the prettiest little sparkle beads on it. That just really, I thought that'd be pretty with stacked with some other bracelets. Got black seed beads with the little, I guess you'd call those really Aurora Borealis little stones.
Yeah, they do have that effect to them.
I think they're just, I don't know. They're kind of cool. I don't know. I think they're just plastic. And we got one more in here. No, 2 more. And this one's really nice too. It's a little enameled bracelet. Metal, silver. Let's see if I can get it undone here. And you can see more what the colors are. There we go. Green, different colors of green. I think it's
that one signed because I've seen that before.
I didn't see anything. I tried to scour these pretty good, especially this one, because I thought this was a really nice looking.
Yeah, I thought it was like Liz Claiborne or something, but I might be wrong.
I don't see anything on it, but it's definitely in really good condition. Very, very pretty. It looks really pretty on. So, and that would go with the other.
Right. So if anyone else is not interested, Mike was in at 7.
Well, we'll go at 7. The last one is a kind of a Pandora look-alike, but it's heavy. This is a nice bracelet. And it's got, it made me think of St. Pat's because I realized it had a little shamrock there. Well, this one's kind of awkward to get. There we go. Let's see the little shamrock there. There it is.
Sandy's at 8.
And then it's got the little other beads on it.
Barbara, you want to go 9?
And the little hanging glass.
Barbara's in at 9.
Losing my voice too. Yeah, it looks like you could, you know, you could put other charms on it too. But it is nice. It's definitely well made. It's not Pandora, but it is a well-made little bracelet. So we got one. Let's see, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mike went 10. Barbara said 11.
And 6. As I take them off. And 7, 8, and 9. So we got 9 bracelets.
Mike sent it 12. Then Barbara said 13.
Yeah, this one's pretty. I love the blue color on that. It's really pretty. And it sparkles really nice when you catch the light. And then this one. This one was a little hard to let go because it is pretty, but I like to stack them. And this one is kind of big. I kind of go in stages. I go through the cuffs and the heavier ones, and then I go through wearing a lot of little small ones. Just depends on.
I have a lot of chain style ones, and I'll wear like 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm into right now is stacking. So I just really didn't think I would wear this one that much. I thought, let it go. That's where the big decisions come in. Do I keep it or let it go?
So we're at 14 for Mike.
Considering my whole house is full of jewelry, I think I do need to let some of it go. And that one's kind of pretty too. And that just looks like a gold tone on the inside of it. But this one is really interesting. I kind of had it hanging on a rack, just kind of admiring it for a long time. It's so funny how there's ones you just love looking at and you probably wouldn't wear them, but for some reason you want to keep them because you like looking at them.
Stuff I can't even wear, like rings that I can't even wear. They're just sitting there so I can look at them. All right, so we're going once at 15.
The blue one, I think I showed it, and the nice enamel silver tone. Heavy. This is heavy too. Yeah, it's a nice bracelet. I think Cindy was the one, because you can kind of see through it too. And I think Cindy, Jewelry Nurse, was the one that said that it just hurts her when she finds such quality pieces and they're not signed. You know, somebody hasn't taken credit for their.
And I see a lot of people listing things as like unsigned Juliana or unsigned this, and I don't know how they determine that exactly.
Well, you know, I've got that purple one I've got it listed, and I've had a lot of views on it, and I did a lot of research on it after y'all told me about it. So I listed it as Juliana, and I've had a bunch of views, and I haven't had anybody email me and tell me it isn't. Because people are good about that too.
Oh yeah, if something's not right in your listing,
that's not what you're saying it is. So I've gotten no emails, but lots of views, and I've got it up pretty high, so we'll see. And I just found a Christmas tree that I think is a Juliana too.
Cool.
So we'll see. So we going, well, we got Babsy at 17, and then there's the big long one. I like that with the turquoise looking beads. I always like that combination of brown and turquoise. I think it's really calming.
Okay, sold to Barbara for 17.
All right, Barbara, thank you. Get these back in here.
Mike drug that one out.
Yes, he's karate chopping. He's getting too good at it. Gonna have a black belt. Okay, I'm kind of piled all over here. This is funny. Okay, what do we got next? Oh, this is for the guys. Okay, I've got.
I'm gonna start this for you, and then I got to run to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. And this is a swank tie clip here, and a cufflinks. Now there's the tie clip. It's got the little Trojan soldier on it. See if I can get it to focus a little better. With the black around the outside, and then swank is right here on the back. I don't know if I can, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it close enough for you to see. I don't think it'll, but it's here. It's right along this clasp here. It says swank. So I've looked at it. I don't think I can do the Carol's trick. I try and try, but somehow I just never seem to get it. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see it a little bit, maybe. But it's swank. You can trust me. And the tie clip is in real good condition. And I'm starting the set out. What did I start this one out at? 7. I'm starting this set of tie clip and cufflinks at 7. And then these are the cufflinks that have the little Roman soldier on it too. Maybe that will go better against the red. Try and get the, looks like it's set like an enamel on the kind of a cream colored enamel, and then like a black kind of grayish gunmetal color around it. They're very cool looking. Very nice condition. And the swank is right here on this one. You can see the cartouche right there. And one of them, this one seems to have just a little bit of finish wear on it there around the edge. But it still looks nice. There's the back. And the swank on it is right there too, on that side, right under there. So what do we, okay. Let me look up. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. You're sweet. That's so nice. I'm a friendly person, that's for sure. Hi, Jimmy Guy. Welcome. I don't believe I've seen you before, so thank you for coming. And if you would, I hope you subscribe. And Carol's in the house. Hello, Carol. CC Collections. So glad to see you all. Happy holidays to everyone. We're kind of doing the holiday rock tonight. So there's the 2 cufflinks there. And then the, yeah, it's a nice set. And then the matching tie clip.
Cool. So we're at $8. I see $8 for Mike. Yep.
Well, we're glad to have you too, Jimmy Guy.
Mm-hmm. Give us a thumbs up, Jimmy Guy. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. We do auctions on our channels.
And everyone is welcome.
All right.
I've been losing out on Carol's pop-ups. I get to them too late to get the pieces that I want.
That happens to me too for the pre-recorded videos. I'm never quick enough.
Oh, I caught one of Barb's today right away. I was shocked. So I was able to get a couple pieces I really wanted. So I was like, yay!
Purple Lily likes your sparkly curtains.
Oh, my Oh, in the back there, yes, those are actually I have scarves is what I hang, and I like to pick up stuff like that and then use it to hang as a curtain.
Yeah, I was admiring that earlier before we got on the video. I could see it sparkling. I was like, that's a vintage scarf. That's really nice.
Yeah, I have that kind of a bohemian type eclectic style. I like a little bit of everything. What Kathleen Brandt said she's sorry about that. I think I missed it, Kathleen. What are you sorry about? Carol made you do it. Carol made you do pop-ups, Barb. Well, Carol's very good at it, and she has such an eye when she gets lots together and has such a beautiful eye for colors and design. It's fun just watching.
All right, I have sold a turtle for $9.
Hey, thank you, Turtle. All right, okay, we're on to the next page. And the next one is, and another pair of, we got some more men's stuff. We got another cufflink lot. This is really pretty. It's got, it looks almost like mother of pearl in the background. And then horses on a little gold horse. Oh, there, that's coming in pretty good, isn't it? And then there's the side. Now, there's no name on these. They're not, well, maybe they are marked. I just said that, and I think I see something. Don't you?
Is this the horse?
Oh, it's Swank. They're Swank too. Okay. Yeah, they're Swank too.
I was gonna say, you did have that written down, Swank.
Yeah, you forget. It's like you're trying to stuff all that in your brain and remember it all. Yeah, you can see that a little bit better.
So it's like the night horse from the chess set. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's very cool. I thought these were nice, and it looks like they're on top of a mother of pearl, either shell or, I don't know if that's resin because you can't really see on here, but it looks like mother of pearl to me.
I can't tell, but yeah.
Yeah, it's unless you could see it, unless I could get it to focus really good, I don't think you would be able to see it.
The Purple Lily went 5, then Turtle Trader said 6, then Lily came back with 7, Francis 8. Mike, you want to go 9?
I think those would look really sharp, though. I keep thinking it would look sharp, too, on like a long sleeve blue shirt, or even a black shirt would look cool.
Francis is at 10.
And I'm thinking these are vintage, but now I'm not sure I'm not real up on men's stuff, so I don't know how you would figure out.
Mike said 11. Francis went 12. Swank, I'm not sure that they still make jewelry. I know that they're vintage because I found vintage Swank. I'll look it up real quick.
Okay, that's what I was kind of wondering, how you would have an idea of how old it is, because I'm not really sure.
When I look it up, you can only find them being sold secondhand. So just from a quick search, I would assume that means that they're no longer in business. So they have to be vintage. Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking even could be maybe 60s or 70s even. Sometimes you get into that mid-century, it's hard to determine, right down to the year.
It's not as easy with men's jewelry to me to determine age.
No, and I'm seeing that because I've just kind of tried to start doing some men's jewelry to, have.
Okay, Barbara said they closed in 2000, so they're not vintage yet. But by
18 years
Etsy
ago.
standards, next year, I think you could list them as vintage.
Well, there you go. At least 18 years old.
We're at 17, then 20.
Almost as old as me. Oh, I wish I was no, I don't wish I was 18 again. No, I don't. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of enjoying my independence in old age. There are advantages.
All right, so we'll go once up 20. As soon as I don't know why this has been doing this lately, but it's been asking me to sign into the chat.
Well, that's weird.
No. Well, we're already at 22, so I'll just wait and let them keep going.
Well, I get mad when I get wound up, and even like in the auction, like MSP auction, where you're bidding and you're doing quick, and then it locks you out because you did messages quickly. Oh, I get so mad.
I do too. I like to talk a lot. You know that.
Yep, I do
And I'm
too.
just chatting away, and I'm like, enter, and it goes, you're timed out, and I'm like, no.
I know I'm just like, no. Some nights I'm kind of quiet. I have my nights when I just enjoy kind of just sitting and relaxing and listening and watching. And then some nights I'm more up and I want to chat. But these auctions are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sally says she still has a 12-year-old at home. Oh my, Sally. You're getting into the tweens. They go to bed at night and they're little angels, and then they come down and they're like monsters. And you're like, what happened to my child?
That's what happened to my daughter lately.
Oh, it's a hard
my youngest one, he's about to get to the point where he hits puberty, and I know when they hit puberty, that's when everything's like,
yeah.
No more love, no more conversation, no more nothing.
Nothing. Sally says her oldest is 32. My oldest is 34.
I have sold to Francis for 22. Sorry.
That's the one that's going to have a baby. And my youngest is 30. So
we're sold to Francis for 22.
Oh, thank you, Francis.
Yeah, my oldest is 17. So.
Oh, you still got some young ones too.
But my youngest, he's going to be 11 this month, and he's already inching towards not being my little baby no more. Yeah. And that's what's sad for me.
Yeah, it's rough. My oldest went through middle school great, kind of cruised through it, had a great group of friends. And my youngest, just middle school was, I don't want to say it was tough for her, but she was what I call my little scrapper. She was always getting in fights with everybody.
That's happened with my oldest in high school. Like, he's getting his dad's temper, so he's like wanting to fight sometimes.
Oh, she would just kill me with that. But she'd say, well, Mom, you got to stand up for yourself. You can't just let them, treat you that way. And I'm like,
and it's tough on kids these days. There's some mean ones out there.
It is. This is funny. My youngest is a dog, and he's 2, Carol. That's Mr. Toby. Mr. Toby, so cute. I have a Mr. Toby, but he's a cat. So I always think about that when Toby's on screen. He is the cutest dog. Guy watch, youngest is 38. Oh my, you got some of us beat then. Woo! Oh, Babsy, you have one that's 40? Oh my goodness. I know. Where did the time go?
Right.
Woo, Cindy says she just found a star brooch.
I know. I was grinning hard. She knows I want to see it.
Yes, happy birthday to your son, Babsy. Wow.
Happy birthday to him.
I'm reading the chat here. I don't want to miss the chat sometimes.
Dia's got 5 fur babies, 2 cats, and 3 dogs.
Oh my! Oh dear! That's
more than I could handle.
How you do it? I don't know how you do it.
My 2 dogs drive me insane.
5 kids? No, no. If I found out I was pregnant, I think I'd just have to shoot myself. That's my kid days are over. Except for grandchildren, but no more babies for this woman. I've done my duty. Dia says we're not old. Kathleen Brandt says she doesn't feel so old now. Well, that's why I like hanging out with most of this community. They're kind of close to my age, except April's kind of a baby.
Baby.
Well, you're 39, right?
37.
Okay, well, that to me, that's
mature. I'm mature.
You're a mature baby.
I've always been mature for my age anyway.
Oh, Cindy says she missed it a bit ago that she said, I told you that you can just send that Christmas tree brooch to me and I will safely hoard it. The Juliana one, I think she's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I will take a picture and post it because it is pretty and you can tell me what you think. Adam says she misses Carol. We all miss Carol and we're all sending her big hugs. I'm just enjoying, well, I'm sorry, I'm reading this chat and I'm just enjoying reading the chat. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do now. I have a little Christmas giveaway. Just a couple little small things. I have a little Santa watch, and it's brand new here. It's hard. This one's hard. I worked earlier trying to get it to focus, but there we go. Maybe if we do the red. Yeah, it's hard. It's got the blingies around there. You can kind of see it. And it's the rubber strap, but it's brand new. You can see there's only one hole there that's open is the one that I used to try it on. And the back, the plastic, you can see a little bit of dirt there, but that's the plastic still on the back. So I'll pull that off. And I'm just sure it'll work. I will put a battery in it for you too before I send it. So there's the watch there and a wreath, Christmas tree wreath, very pretty with green enamel and little red holly berries. And there's the back, little fold over clasp. I think this is a newer piece. I don't think it's vintage, but it is nice. It's very well made. And this one I found in one of those mish-mosh bags that I get from the hospice. And I just thought it was cute. It's a little Santa wood. It's wood, and somebody's painted a little Santa on the wood. And they include a little pin to the back. I thought he was kind of cute, kind of like European type style little elf. I don't know what you call that. But anyways, to figure out who's going to win, I have a question. And you stole my first question in Cindy's video, you and Cindy.
Oh, really?
Yes, because me and my daughter had thought it up. She was listening to the chat and said, oh, that's a good question. You can ask what was April's dream to become. And I said, oh, yeah, that's a good one. And then you guys took it. But I figured out
I needed a question.
I figured out another one. So, and I'm trying to help April too with her interview that she had with Cindy. I really enjoyed it. I thought Cindy did really well. She just is so good at interviewing people and ask, really thought-provoking questions, and I enjoyed it. So I thought I would ask you about that. So if anybody was watching Cindy's interview with Boujee Bear, type in the chat. And the other question I'm going to ask is, what 2 books does April want for Christmas?
So what's the question? Is the book question is the one that gets the prize?
Yep.
Okay.
Whoever answers correctly first gets the Christmas gift. Oh,
Barb.
that was quick.
Barb got it right.
Here they come. Money Naper. Money and Naper. Yeah, Monet means money. Lord of the Rings.
Oh, no.
You know what? I love the Lord of the Rings movies, though. I will have
Funny thing about that, though, my brother, when my daughter was born, she was kind of like a scrawny little baby. She wasn't one of those cute little fat little babies. And he said she looked like Smeagol. She was newborn.
I have to admit, I've watched those movies over and more times than I would like to admit, but I do.
I have the box set.
Carla said Barb pays attention. Boy, doesn't she? Yes, she does. Yes, she's very observant. Very smart lady. Yay, Barb. Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah, Babsy says Barb's the fastest typist on earth. So I will
computer.
And I
She wants you to send that to Carol.
Oh, okay. Great. All right. And you're writing that down, April?
I am.
Okay, great. So I won't have to worry about it. All right. Well, thank you all for joining in on that. Well, I saved the day with another question. That was so funny when I heard y'all. I said, oh, no.
I had to come up with one quick, and that was the only thing that really stuck out because I was worried. She said, what can we find out about you that nobody knows? I said, I don't have any secrets for real. There's nothing. I am who you see and what I say.
That was funny, though. I had to laugh. All right. I've got another one here. I don't know. This is definitely tarnished, but it's one of the Lennox. I'm trying to look at what I have. Giving Heart. It's a Lennox Giving Heart, and it is gold, or not gold, silver plated, I want to say. Yeah, silver plated. Now, this one is quite tarnished, so you would have to do some polishing. I did some today. I took my cloth here and was polishing up some of that. But it's in a very, tarnished state. Now, some do like that, and it does have the little, you open it on the side and open it up, and it does have the other little silver heart on the inside there.
Okay, that's like a little bookmark or something, isn't it?
Yeah. You can, and there's a little story that goes along with it about the guy giving the little heart in there. I don't know. It's real long. It's on the back here. So I'm going to read the whole thing. But I did think that was cool when I found that. And it was in that condition when I found it. But I still picked it up because... And the ones that are like new really go for good money. Now, I'm not sure about when it's so tarnished. But some people... I kind of think that's why I'm drawn to it, because I just like the age of it.
So we have Carol at 5, then Carmen said 6, Carol back at 7, Carmen 8.
Yeah, I was polishing it up a little earlier. And I suppose I guess it's meant to be an ornament. It's big, awful heavy ornament. But you could put jewelry in there too. You could stick some jewelry down there. You probably could lay it like on a counter too and just have it like a jewelry box. I don't know. I just think it's cool. And I like Lennox stuff too. So, and I like this.
I do too. I found American flag enameled heart Lennox ornament, and I put that on the tree this year.
Yeah, I have a little bell that has a little mouse on it. That's a little Linux ornament.
We have Mike at 9, Carmen at 10.
And see, I kind of was using my little polish cloth there on the back. You can see where I kind of shined some of it up.
Another method that Tyrone told me about is you can boil some water and put tinfoil down in the water and add baking soda and then put your silver in there and it'll do the same thing. It'll clean it.
Have you tried that? I have read that and I've never tried it.
He did it with one of his silver chains before.
Oh,
I have a sonic cleaner, so I'm just lazy. If I'm going to clean it, I don't stick it in the sonic cleaner, but unless it's something that just needs to be polished with the cloth.
I don't know how do sonic cleaners run.
Not too bad. You can get those ones at Walmart that are made by the connoisseurs that make the polishing cloths. And mine has 2 sides, so I can put silver cleaner in one and gold in the other. Ooh. Drop it down in there, and it has 2 settings that vibrates it like that, you know, to clean up.
Oh, that sounds
bad. Less than $50.
Thanks, Barb. That was a nice thing to say. I think we all have good eyes. I think that's why it's such a great community. We're all so smart. We share our smartness with each other. You know, and that's what's amazed me when I discovered this community. It was mind-boggling to me that people were so open with their information and so willing to share it. It just totally blew my mind.
Sold to Mike for 13.
All right. Thank you, Mike. I don't think, oh no, I didn't have anything. Didn't have it in anything. I just had the number on it. Okay. I'm running out of places to set it on the other side. Oh, we have Minnie Mouse next.
I know that you have tie bar with chain and knife.
Yes.
Okay, that one was before the Linux on my list. I just want to make sure we were still doing that.
Oh, I'm glad you pointed that out. Thank you. Yep, I did miss one, April. Thank you. We'll do that one next then. So
okay, sure.
Out of the way. Okay, yeah. This one is, I know this tie bar is vintage.
Let me check one thing real quick because Carmen bid and I might have missed it.
Okay.
Oh, yep. That's my fault. So, Mike, I'm going to give that to Carmen, sold to Carmen for 14.
And that was the Linux?
That's what it should have been, yes.
Okay, the Linux Giving Heart. Good eye, April.
Wasn't me. They were telling me.
Oh, were they? Oh, okay. I was away from the chat a little bit.
I missed it. It was moving so fast at that point.
Oh, Kathleen Brandt said she used to work for Hallmark, so she has so many ornaments from 1999 through 2003. Wonder if it's vintage yet. Oh, well, 1999 is, isn't it? Anything before?
Yeah, for Etsy, they'll call it vintage 1999 or before. So next year it'll be 2000 and before. So
yeah, so definitely. Aren't you glad that you saved some?
Mm-hmm.
This is the tie bar here with a little. I don't think that's onyx there.
Have you tested the stone too?
No, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to test it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you
have to have the diamond tester for because that style is very reminiscent of the pieces that would have been set in gold and onyx and diamond. So I was wondering if you tested it because
no. And I don't see. I looked on it pretty good for a mark, because it's got the other kind of a clip there that goes on the tie is kind of different there on the back.
It looks like a really well made.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice. Very nice. Let's see here where we're going upside down. And
we're starting this one at
what was this one at?
5.
5, yeah. This one's at 5. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty though, and if you know, that is very blingy in the middle there. I wouldn't say, I don't think it's a diamond, but I'm gonna be honest and say I don't know. But I think it's a really sharp looking tie clasp. I think it would look really nice going across. It would be
We have Mike at 5. Turtle Trader said 6.
And then to go along with that, because I'm trying to do men's things, I have a Jaber, I want to say. Remember this? Yeah, Savory knife. My husband collected knives, and this is one of the, I'm getting to try and sell some of his knives. And this is the knife, and it's going to be hard. Right here is where it says Savory.
We got Mike at 7.
Look that up.
Is that like deer antler or something on the outside?
No, it's the name that.
No, I mean like the coating on the outside.
Oh, yeah, it's got lines in it, like almost like wood, but it's not wood.
I know Mike would probably know, but I think it looks like deer antler.
Well, it's got rivets in it, but
it says something about knives, Mike, because I don't know much about knives.
Yeah, it's got the little small, there's the big one that you pull out, and it's sharp, very sharp. And it says something, it says, yeah, they were made in Japan. I did look that up. And then there's the little small one. It's a neat little knife.
I bought my boys one when they were old enough. You know, I think I made Colt wait till he was 10 to get his first little pocket knife.
Yeah, my husband collected them, so I've been gathering them up, and I have thought possibly about maybe selling some of them at the MSP auction.
Definitely should. That's definitely where you should sell
a lot of them, and I'm ready to let them go. He got a lot of enjoyment out of collecting them, and there's some of them I won't sell, but I'm willing to.
We're at 20.
It would make my husband immensely happy to think that somebody else got enjoyment out of his knives. So,
did he tell you like what his favorite one was? You could keep his favorite one.
Yeah, he's got a Swiss Army knife that my brother gave him for Christmas one year, and I'll definitely keep that because it's unusual. It's a really well-made one. And then he has a sword. He collected a couple of swords, and I keep them. I have one down by my front door. So if you come in my house, you're going to get the sword. Bat, and I keep a bat right at the top of the stairs too. So
right, we have some bats in the house. We have some swords, some old vintage swords that was his grandfather's.
Yeah, this one is kind of cool. And then back to the tie bar. I'm getting fixated on the knife, but I hope the men appreciate it. I was trying to get,
Right. Well,
they're so gracious to sit through all these jewelry auctions and be part of things. And
I got sold to Mike for 20.
All right, thank you, Mike. I hope you enjoy the knife. Okay, and that one was the one we skipped. So now we're down to Minnie Mouse.
Now we're to Minnie Mouse.
Yes. Okay. Now we're down to Minnie Mouse. There we go. I just was so organized tonight. I just can't stand myself. I was so proud of myself. The last couple I did, I was a little frazzled, but I feel a little more relaxed tonight.
Right. It gets easier every time.
And the next one, Cindy said, please, just like hanging out with us. rolling on the floor laughing. This is a Minnie Mouse. I guess you would call this a bolo tie. I'm not sure. It's got the little chain here, so I think you would put maybe your work card on there. I mean, I would have when I was having to wear my
it'd be a lanyard, but she's set on there like a bolo. But yeah, it's a lanyard.
But I mean, you would, and it moves, and Minnie moves up and down on and the cord is got a little bit of stretch to it. It is a nice black cord with a little bit of stretch, and then it has the little hook here on the bottom. I don't know.
Casey, we have our loops for our jewelry on one. Like it's not exactly like that or anything. Mine's got glass beads on it, but it's a lanyard.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice little hook. I have one of the necklaces that has the magnifying glass on it, and I will wear that too.
Yep, I have that too.
And then they don't know. So it's kind of neat if there's any, and then it just has a little bead at the top with the cord knotted. And Minnie's real nice. Minnie's a very solid.
Since you're down in Florida, I wonder if that was like an employee thing at Disney.
I don't know. And I don't remember. Isn't that awful? I don't remember where I got this. That's terrible. You just get so much stuff that it's hard to remember where you got everything. And then you start looking in those little crannies and corners, and you're like, oh my God, I forgot about this.
Right.
It's like every day, Minnie's like saying, hello there. But that's cute. I used to have a friend at work that collected everything. Mickey and Minnie. She was just nuts. Her office was covered from one end to the other with Mickey and Minnie.
I have sold to Mike for $8.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are really big Disney. They call it Disneyana or something. Collectors, Disney. And I have a couple of Disney things here or there. Like I have a Mickey that's dressed for the fall. He's dressed like a little scarecrow. So I use him at, fall and Halloween and stuff.
Well, I like Minnie and Disney, but I'm not a big collector of it,
Yeah.
So I have a few pieces that I would probably keep, but I can't say that I collect it. So, okay.
I liked Tigger from Winnie the Pooh when I was younger.
Winnie the Pooh was great.
Have you seen the new movie, Christopher Robin?
No.
You should rent it. It's so good. I liked it.
Well, I'll tell you what I want to see
and
is
it's vintage.
Aquaman.
Oh, yeah. That every woman wants it.
Oh, man, he was on Kelly and Ryan the other day. And I didn't know he was on Baywatch when he was younger, and they showed a picture of him.
I didn't know that either. Isn't he the same one that played in that show, the one where it's got Khaleesi, the mother of dragons?
Oh, Game of Thrones?
That's not Game of Thrones, is it? Yes, it is Game of Thrones.
Yes. I think he was in that because
he was her husband. He was the car or something.
Yeah,
I sold a figurine of him on eBay one time.
Well, apparently he's been around ever since Baywatch was on. So
and I didn't know that.
But he was totally different. His hair was all short, and of course he was even thinner. I mean, he still looks good though. I mean, anyways, that's why I say Aquaman. It's not necessarily.
I'm like that about The Rock too.
The Rock. That was stuff in our house. My daughter and husband loved The Rock. They loved wrestling. Just first it was Hulk, and then Rock came on the scene. All hell broke loose, you know. Now, can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
I don't like his character as a wrestler, but I just love him.
Yeah, I do too. He's something else, I'll tell you. And Dwayne Johnson somehow just does not fit him, but you know, that's his name.
Yeah.
Lynn B says, I love Jimmy. I can't get enough of Jimmy.
What did Selena just say?
She retracted it, whatever it was. Like Aquaman 2, Selena?
A lot.
Barb said, oh, Indiana Jones. Yes, Barb. Harrison Ford. Oh, yeah. I have the series of.
Yeah, I'm hot for Harrison Ford as well, and I'm younger. But
more than I would like to admit too. I have those movies that I watch over and over. Oh, Mike says he's going to have to turn the hose on us too.
Oh no.
Well,
you might want to point it towards Selena, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, you better give it to Selena. I already took my cold shower today, so. Who is Jimny? Who is that you're talking about?
Who?
Oh, The Rock was Conan the Barbarian. Mendoza said, yes, yeah, he was good in that one too. And 300 with Gerard Butler, and
video on Hot
Gladiator with Russell Crowe. Okay, we'll get back. We're having an auction, aren't we?
I forget. And we actually sold the necklace a minute ago. I'll have to go back and look.
I know we're gonna. Hey, we could. Skywatch says, "Hey, we could dream."
Right.
That's
okay. $8.
No, I never thought I'd get to the point of being a dirty old lady, but I guess that's what I am at this point. Just like dirty old men, us women, you know, we have our favorites too. So Roland's getting a little too much.
He said, "Oh my God."
TMI. Well, this is a holiday party. I mean, we're supposed to
right?
Have fun. We ain't got no alcohol, so I'm drinking. All right, let's get back to this auctioneer. Will be here all night.
We've got just a few more. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just got a couple more here.
Just 8.
Quick. Let's see here if I can find it in my bucket. Oh yeah, this is nope, that's the wrong one. See, I brag about being organized and I can't find it. Okay, we have a clip-on, I believe, most all of them to be vintage.
Is this the Monet?
And this has Monet clips in it, and I will show you them first. The rest of them are kind of icing on the cake, but this is a really pretty set of Monet. Hopefully I can get them to come in. It's got a nice enamel with gold arrow.
Like a chevron kind of pattern.
Yes, yes. And they're in just excellent condition. And there's the clip. And I'm trying to remember where the Monet is, right here on the clip. I've looked at it and verified it. I know I can't get it to come in, but like I said before, trust me, I won't send you, I won't lie to you. And there's the set of those, which are very pretty. And I would say these are vintage.
Definitely, yeah.
And
Mike said 10, and then Cindy said 12.
Okay, and then these are just ones that I thought were kind of pretty that I got in a bag, and I thought, well, what the heck? I'll throw them in there. They're not, don't look like they're expensive, but they are clip-ons. See if I can get it to close, and then I can show you what the earring looks like. There we go. But they're kind of pretty. They are, I guess, like Barb would say, they are a little cheapy, but, and I don't know when they were made. They are clip-on, but they're kind of pretty. And there's a, they were on a card. So the card just says fashion jewelry. So I don't think it's any of that China stuff, but they're kind of pretty. And then these are definitely vintage, and these are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The green in there and the dangly. And there's the clip on it. I don't think, I thought there was Japan on this one, but maybe not. But these are definitely vintage. I can I can tell by the way that they're made. But I thought those were real pretty. And those would be.
Selena said, love cheap plastic. Plastic needs love too.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. And the next pair are, these are kind of a white, like acrylic with silver beads around them and little pearls. I think they're faux pearls around the middle here, and then a rhinestone in the middle. Kind of hard. There we go. Mm-hmm. Everything seems to look good on that red. There's the, and these are kind of a light earring, but you could definitely, I mean, look at the back of that earring. I mean, you can see why you can notice that it's vintage pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The way some of this stuff is made. I mean, it just blows my mind. But those are really pretty. I like those. I was tempted to keep them. And then these are small ones, little flowers. And they're very pretty. They're vintage too. Clip-on. And I will tell you that it looks like each one of them had right here something dangling from it, because you could put another little charm on there. Both of them are like that. So it looks like whatever was there has come off. So, and it's like that on both of them. So whatever was on them, you know. But I know there's people out there. There you can see where something else was hooked. But I know there's people that will, you know.
Might have been like a pearl drop or something.
Yeah. So, and these are really interesting. Talk about Go Texas.
Woo, stars.
Yeah, those are some mammer jammers, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they're big and they're blingy. So if you like Texas and bling, these are the earrings for you. And they're clips too. There's the back. And these don't have any, I don't see any design. Now this one looks like it's got like glue or something there on the back. I don't know. It doesn't look like they fixed anything. So I don't know if it's just something. And it would probably come off maybe with a little work, but I'll disclose it. And it's funny because the back kind of reminds me of that Juliana pooling.
Mm-hmm.
The way those, but they're kind of cool. So there's those. And the last pair look like they're artisan made, but they look kind of vintage. And the flower in the middle definitely looks kind of vintage. It almost looks like silver. But And somebody did, and they're clip-ons, so somebody made them as a clip-on, which makes me think they are older because the clip is nice too, that they put on the back. So, I mean, for it, they look to be homemade, but for being homemade, they're actually pretty well made. And they're pretty with the bling. So.
Sold to Mike for $15.
All right. Thanks, Mike. I've got so many clip-on earrings. I'm just like drowning in them.
That's what happened with me this last auction. I had so many earrings, not just clip-on, but all kinds. I had to purge some earrings.
You just have to do what you got to do, you know. When you're ready, you know it. Well, okay, we did that. Okay, now we're on track.
Okay. Well, we had skipped 19, which said, do you want to wait on that one?
No, we can do that next. I'm glad you noticed that. You can tell I'm starting to get tired because I'm looking over that. This is really unique, and I found this in a jewelry bag too, and it's a little shell carriage that looks like Cinderella's little carriage, but it's shaped like a shell, and then you can open it like that. And it's magnet, got a magnet in there. I don't know what you would put in it. I mean, a pill or I don't know, your snuff. I don't know, your cocaine.
It was a little trinket type box, yeah.
But it's real cute. And the chain is 18 karat gold. That was the strange thing about, because this, I looked all over for the mark on the carriage, but I don't see a mark anywhere. So I don't think that there's anything gold on this carriage here, but it's just cute. I've never seen anything like that. And the mark on the necklace is right here where you have your little flat.
Mm-hmm. Is that or did you have it?
No, but I know it's not sticking to the magnet. You can see.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say that no, I have not had it tested, and I can't. But you could hear it isn't coming up. It's hard to kind of show it, but there we go. You can see it's not. I need one of them super duper magnets like Barb's got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those little mechanics magnets that a lot of us use. Those are really good.
Nice. I've been using my refrigerator magnet.
You can find it on Amazon. I think it's where other people were getting them. I got mine. You can also look in your tool department at most stores, and they should have one. It extends out like that.
Yes.
We got Cindy at 15, and Mike, she's saying it's marked for 18K.
I don't any GP or GF, nothing like that. It just says on that tag, it says 18 karat. And that's all that's on there is 18K. So, and the chain is buttery. I mean, it does feel like gold. I mean, I run my hand up and down it, and I can feel that, that kind of a buttery feel that gold has.
Mm-hmm.
And then and I mean, just for the cuteness and the uniqueness of it. This is another one that's I have hooks across my window, and it's been sitting because I like looking at it. So I decided it's time to get rid of it.
Barbara said, does it say D-O? I don't know what D-O.
No, there's nothing. I've found nothing on this little carriage. I scoured it pretty good today with my loupe and didn't find anything, but it's a nice made piece. I mean, I just not seen anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Me either.
Another way, and like I said, on the chain, it just says 18 karat, 18K, and nothing else.
We got Sandra at 31.
Oh, but it's cute. I don't know what it would look like on. I hadn't really tried it on, but oh yeah, it's kind of, there we go. Ooh, that is kind of cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, I think it goes the other way. It's got the little door on the other side. There we go. Ooh, yeah. That is unique.
Mm-hmm.
And I
think they've had things like that were like little ring boxes that people would give, you know, like an engagement ring in or something. Maybe somebody got something special inside of it, so it meant something to them.
Yeah, because there's a pretty good, you know, pretty good amount of space in there. So
yeah, maybe somebody got something special in there and that they wanted to.
Maybe like little diamond studs would be pretty in there too. Yeah, it's
right, so we're going once at 31.
Dia, that's too funny because I have a cat that does that too.
Every cat I've ever known does that.
Oh, and one doesn't, but one does. I have one that's part Siamese, and oh my goodness, you could be sitting there, and my daughter and I'll keep, you know, she'll say, "You smell," and I'm like, "Oh, it was Yoshi." He's silent but deadly, I'll tell you.
Coco, our dog, is too.
We're like, "Oh my goodness, Yoshi."
We're at 32 now for my Sky Watch.
And we'll put it on the landing there.
Cindy went 33. Sandra said 33. Let's see. Are you coming back at 34, Sandra? Oh, Nora's at 35, so we got to do 36. Oh, Sandra said, forget that 40. Might as well, by the time you type out, somebody else will probably have already outbid it. Barbara said, how do you catch a unique rabbit?
I don't know. Alexa, how do you catch a unique rabbit?
What was the answer? She giving it to you?
No. Okay, Babsy, you got to give us the punchline.
Right?
Alexa's talking to me. She thinks I'm talking to her. Belly button lint was in there. Oh, yeah, that would be real special. You're my love. I picked this special for you. No, this is 18K, Dia. That's what it says on the little finding.
All right, so we're at 42, 45 now.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely have not tested it other than, you know, the magnetic test and the field test and the look test. I've been kind of lazy about that because I have a jewelers I like to go to, and I like to let them do that work.
Yeah, just make a day of it and take a bunch of stuff at one time. So be like, I'm going shopping. I'll be back.
Yeah.
You let me know.
Yeah. And they are just so nice. It's called the Golden Diamond Source here. And
I know y'all have a lot of nice jewelers down there in Florida.
They run a nice business. And I mean, of course, you got the guard at the door when you go in, but once you get in there, I mean, they just couldn't be nicer.
That's like Tiffany's. You know, they always got people guarding the doors at Tiffany's.
And they'll just you know, help you with anything, you know. And they give you the best prices. I took a bunch of gold right after my husband died, and I went to 3 pawn shops and then Gold and Diamond Source, and they beat the pawn shops out by $50. So
Wow.
yeah, so I ended up getting the best deal in their jewelry store. So
We're at 60.
well, I feel like I'm on Survivor.
Francis went to
Ooh, okay, let's rest this arm a little bit. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around.
I'm sure you can rest for a minute. They've seen it. I think they're just contemplating at this point how high they're going to go.
We'll just hang it right there and see if we can. There we go.
We're at 65 for Sandra.
I am wanting to say that I found this in one of those mishmash bags, but I'm not positive. I've had this one a long time. I've had it about a year because I was getting so much enjoyment out of looking at it. And then play with it. I'd look at it and then go over and open the little thing. So,
I have little things just hanging in my window. When it catches the light, it shines colors all over the wall. I just love it.
enjoy it, you know.
We're at 67 for Sandra.
Little Cinderella's coach.
$68 for Francis. I've got such a mess to clean up with all these boxes I opened.
Oh, that's the problem. And I got 2 packages today from my brother for Christmas, and it's sitting out in my kitchen.
You said he's up here in Georgia, right?
Yeah, he's in Cumming, Georgia, right outside Atlanta. They used to be in Alpharetta, and they just moved to Cumming. But I love that area. I go up to see him all the time. So we'll have to get together next time.
Yeah, you're going to have to let me know because I'm right here sitting next to 85, so I can meet you anytime.
Yeah, maybe I can get some of them $9.99 jewelry jars.
Right? I'll take you to my places. We'll see what we can find. They've been drying up and then filling up and then drying up and then filling up.
I had that hospice one was just hot and heavy for a while, and then it kind of dried up. My girlfriend had turned me on to it.
That's why I'm like dying to just go hit some more estate sales because I can do good on estate sales too, especially on Sunday when they're all marked down.
That's a really good place to source. But you know what? I have trouble sometimes going to them, depending on the mood and the atmosphere, you know. When you think you're looking at the Survivor, sometimes you get
oh no, yeah.
It's a little, you feel a little uneasy, but
a lot of times the people that actually live there aren't even there around here. It's usually an outside company. Let's see.
Babsy says that this should come with Prince Charming's arm or leg at these prices.
And I have sold to Sandra for $70.
Well, thank you, Sandra. I hope you enjoy it. I think it's just a beautiful, unique piece.
It'll definitely work out. If it's 18 karat gold, you're good. You can sell that little charm separately and
yeah, definitely.
That necklace separately.
Okay, where are we at? I missed that one.
Kenneth Cole.
That Kenneth Cole. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Here we get out of there. This one's a really pretty one. I like it. I love anything this got. It's kind of got a bluish gray tinge to it. It's real sparkly. That's the front part of it. And then the chains, it's got multi-chain. Let's see, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them going up the back to this kind of a chain. And then here is a little tag that says Kenneth Cole with a little clear charm on it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if I can at least get to where you can see the markings on the, it's right across there. I just don't think mine's going to focus good enough. Now I'm seeing a mark on the back of that. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, standard usually on the Kenneth Cole necklaces, I find it's that little round bar with his name on it.
Oh,
and if you notice the clasp on there is like a really nice lobster claw, just like you'd find on like a sterling necklace. Good quality.
Yeah, Kenneth Cole, New York. It says New York on the Kenneth Cole on one side of the toggle and then New York on the other. And then it's kind of nice too because it's got 2 places there where you can hook into. So if you wanted to make it more of a choker style, go up a little further and you would have the, isn't that pretty? I mean, it just glistens, and you could make it choker style or drop it down a little bit. I think it's just beautiful. I like Kenneth Cole style. I think the things that he makes are very pretty. Clothes, jewelry, purses.
Oh yeah, their purses are really nice too, for sure. Casey's got a nice Kenneth Cole bag I'm kind of jealous of.
Clasp here is really nice.
It's like a fine jewelry clasp is what it looks like.
So, anybody interested in the...
I haven't seen any bids yet.
Well, we'll move on if we don't have any interest. We won't hold up too.
Mike said 10.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Shopping. Yeah, it's just, I think that's just gorgeous. So,
all right. Do you want to just sell it to Mike for 10? And
yeah, let's do that, and we'll just move on because we're getting a little long here.
right.
I told my daughter I didn't go more than 2 hours, but that didn't work so well.
I try all the time to try to stay within 2 hours, and it never happens.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay.
And show. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. Selena says she's making a wreath I'm making for my room. I put a lipstick pin on it, a vintage looking compact, and I was trying to think what else to put on it. A Christmas brooch.
Cool.
You know, actually, my daughter and I thought about decorating the whole tree with jewelry.
Right?
We thought real briefly about it, but and she put a piece of jewelry up close to the top and put it on there. So kind of apropos for
I have the tabletop tree I wanted to do with Christmas brooches, but I've sold all the ones I had, but I want like the really blingy ones.
Oh, that would be gorgeous.
So I'm just going to have to take my time collecting them until I can have enough to decorate that tree.
Sandra, my email is right below. If you look down below, it should be underneath the video, and it's largoriggs@yahoo.com. So
I
just
put it in the chat again there too. And
email me. And, you know, if you forget, just come back to the video and look below. And thank you, Adam. I really appreciate that. Adam is such a whiz. He is so helpful with all that. I mean, I've tried, and every time I'm overlooking, trying to bring it back over and post it, Adam's already got it up. So, okay. And did you catch Mike?
I did. He wants to send that to San
He
Juan.
wants that sent to Selena, was it? I'm losing.
San Juana. I got
San
it.
Juana. Oh, that's wonderful, Mike. Congratulations, San Juana. She's such a sweetheart.
She is. She got something, I think, today that had came from me through somebody else giving it to her as a gift, and she was telling me how nice it was.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's a pleasure to deal with. Okay, I'm losing my mind.
We are on Monet necklace. 2 of them, I believe you have.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the wrong one. Okay, we got some Monet means money here. 2 of them. One of them I think you might have just seen in a video that I did. It's a black and white acrylic. Really pretty. And I was just kind of surprised that it was Monet, but it's right here. There's a little teeny tiny tag right there, and it says Monet. So, and it's well made. After I started looking at it and realizing it was Monet, you know, just because something's acrylic or, you know, plastic, you start to think, oh, junk, but no, it's well made, and it's pretty. And the other one is really pretty. This is a gold, kind of a collar style. And it's pretty because it's got that little detail on the necklace there. Trying to get it close enough to see that. There we go. You can see the little squares like, and then kind of a little line, you know, along the squares. It's Barbara just doggone pretty. I feel
Barbara was asking if you're vintage or newer.
This one I would kind of think is vintage.
I think the gold one is definitely vintage, and let me see the clasp on that.
Look at that clasp. See, you don't see many of those either.
Yeah, I think that's an older one too. Not like extremely old, but it's not the newer.
Not real new. This, I'm thinking maybe even 60s, 70s maybe.
70s, yeah, I think 70s. 70s. Right in there.
Yeah, and with that clasp, because you don't see too many of those. And then I'm real sure this gold one is vintage. It looks like it. Now, there's no finish wear on it either. I mean, Monet just wears. It's just amazing. I mean, it's just so shiny and pretty. There we can kind of see it.
Has that real rich 18K look.
Yes.
24 karat almost.
It amazes me how you can have, I mean, I have Monet pieces I've had for 25 years that are still shining. It just amazes me sometimes the quality, but it's a pretty, really, it picks up the light. Those little squares really pick up the light. It almost looks like a watch from the side there. Uh-oh, there goes Cindy. Cindy said, "Oh, you're Monet." Yeah, this one.
Well, let's battle that one out.
Yeah, this is a nice piece. This is one I would have considered keeping. I like these kind too, that kind of go around like that.
If I could find the right length that would fit me and lay flat against this, I would love it.
Oh, I got so much. There we go. I was gonna say I got so much.
And that
going
looks
on.
good with a layered like that too, with two necklaces.
That reminds me of some of the ones that Carol's been doing, layering them like that. And this one is actually, this is a vintage one here I wore tonight too. And actually, I've had these clips on all night. How about that?
Pretty. Mm-hmm. I like that.
And they haven't started hurting yet.
Certain ones aren't so bad. Like I have a pair that I tried on. And I was like, you know what? These aren't hurting like the other ones do.
Yeah, I was tempted to sell this one tonight, but then I thought, nah, I think I'm going to hold on to it for a little longer. That's where your decisions come in.
Yeah,
this one I'd say is about maybe 16-inch, I'm thinking. Let me see if I can. You ever get these doggone things on and then you can't get them off? There we go.
Yeah, sometimes I have to just slide it around so I can get to it.
Get to the front.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see what the length is on this. I just want to measure it because I want to use that tape measure again. Okay, it is 16. Yep, that's what I thought. 16. You want to see that again?
Mm-hmm.
I know Barb's going to be playing with hers too. It's the little things in life that give you a thrill, you know?
Yep. Now we know why men always like their tape measure.
Oh, yes. My husband always had a tape measure on him. Carried one around in his pocket.
Mm-hmm. I found one in a jewelry jar one time. It was real small, like pocket size. I think I gave it to Casey, though, because in the beginning he didn't have the little standard one that I use, and now he has one.
Yeah, those work really well. My husband was always in warehousing and had to use those knives all the time to open up stuff and cut cardboard and different things. Yeah, that one's pretty. I just like dragging that along, looking at the shine.
Right. I have sold to Mike for $16.
Hey, thank you, Mike. Let's see if I can get that back in here. Okay, add it to the pile. And now we're at necklaces. Oh, okay. We're at the, there it is. Okay, the next lot is a sterling silver chain. The chain on this is sterling silver. And yes, this one has been tested. And the mark is right there on the little clasp. 925. And then it's got this pendant on it. I've got the sterling silver chain. And I'm starting this out at 10. It's got this pendant. Now, this is a stone. It is cold. I don't know what stone that is, April. I don't know if you...
Looking at it, I don't know either.
Kind of marbled when you hold it up to the light.
So it has some, like, striations that go through it.
Kind of goes through it.
Maybe it's a type of agate, then?
That's what it could be. It's kind of got the darker swirls through it. It's hard to... There you can kind of see it when I turn it there. You can see that dark and light variegated kind of. And then I've got that with the chain, and then you can change it out. I have this blue pendant. This is not sterling silver, but it's a really pretty heavy silver tone pendant well made. There's no tarnish on it. And it's very pretty.
It has a little cat's eye stone.
Yeah, little blue. Kind of get that line when you move and then it's got the nice kind of scroll work on the bail there. And then for the queens, we have another crown.
Ooh.
Yeah, isn't that pretty? And
my tag has little faux diamonds all around it on my car, and then it says Queen.
Oh, there you go. You need a crown.
That's why I like the little crowns and stuff.
Yeah, I love these little crowns. I was tempted to keep this one too because I think it's real cute. And it's silver tone, but it's well made. I mean, I'll mix things like that, especially pendants. If I have a nice sterling silver chain that I know is going to last and, take the wear and won't burn, then I'll put a, costume pendant on it. So
we are at 28 for Mike. 3 charms and a sterling chain. Or pendants, not charms.
I know. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. And there's and this length, I want to say 24, I think. Let me. Ooh, I get to use that again. 10. So that it's 20 inch. The necklace is 20 inch. So that's a nice length too. Ooh, that is pretty. I like that.
Sold to Mike for $28.
All right. Well, thank you, Mike. April's going to be busy. And Sally says she's decorating the tree as she listens. And we better see a picture of that tree over in Granny Josie's Facebook page.
Yep.
Got to enter the
I wanted to tell you what happened with mine. I videoed me and my kids and Tyrone doing, like decorating the tree. But my son, because he has a YouTube channel too, he wanted to video as well. So I think he got over there and he touched my phone and stopped the recording. So I didn't have, he did something to it. So I didn't have all of that. So I had to just make that quick little video with the music of the tree.
Oh my. I did the same thing, April. When I videoed mine, I had the doggone news in the background, and I didn't realize until I got done, and they're just like going at it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't put that online. So I had to redo it, and I put the Christmas music on nice and soft, and yeah, sometimes it just doesn't pay,
Yep. And I think he just wanted his video. He wanted to have the video. But in the end, I made him delete his video because he had too much of us fussing and arguing about decorating the tree on it.
Yeah, we don't want to put everything out there.
Yeah.
Some things are just family business. Well, Kathleen Brandt, we tried to be. I think this is a great community. It's one of the things that has made my retiring a lot easier. I felt really lost when I retired after having a career for 40 years. I'm telling you, I didn't know what to do with myself. And I found this community, and I just was amazed of the sharing of information. I mean, you just have no idea. I mean, it's like, I've been so used to just trying to pull information out of people, you have to just keep asking questions and try to teach yourself, and to just have this generosity of, I'm going to share what I know with you so that you can be successful too. It just blows my mind. So
that's the right way to be.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Kathleen, it's a great group. All right, I think we got 2 more. 3 more. Yeah, 3 more. The next one is, now I'm going to try, I will tell you, this is a really nice piece. It's a fossil pocket watch. And there's the chain for it. We'll come back a little bit, and it's got a really nice hook. Look at that nice
heavy duty
hook. And there's the back of the watch. It's in really good condition, and then the numbers are just like the 4 numbers. It's got a cool design. I'm gonna try that on the red too. Maybe it'll come. This chain, it's a heavy chain too, and I'm pretty sure it will work. It seems so nice to me, so I will put a battery in it. I will definitely put a battery in it. And if for any reason, what my suggestion is, let's go ahead and bid on it if anybody's interested. And if for some reason that it does not work with the battery, I will let you know and we'll just cancel the sale. Otherwise, I think I can, it looks like I can get that back off and put a battery. Some of them are some of them have the screws. There are some of them that I won't attempt, that I take to the jeweler. But this one looks like I can get that back off and put a battery in there because it's such a nice watch.
I don't even know how to do it, and I didn't want to tear none up. So when I sold the watches I sold, I was just like, no battery.
Well,
I'm sure there's probably a battery in there, but I'm sure it needs to be changed out.
I learned a lot from my husband. He used to do all of ours. And I hate to tell you what his toolkit was a pocket knife. He'd be able to just pop them right off with the pocket knife and get the battery in there. Now, I bought the little watch set, and then I watched a few videos on YouTube about how to change them. So most of them are pretty easy. It's not too hard. And then most of them take that standard, I think it's 677 battery. So is anybody interested in taking a chance? Or should we move on?
I don't see anybody yet.
I don't want to take too much.
I know Barbara said she's looking for one for her grandson, but that one might be a little too big for him.
Oh, yeah, it's heavy. I will say this chain, you can, you can hear that. It's a heavy chain.
I have a vintage one that I've got to do more research on it, but it's really cute. And I'm kind of like, I might want to keep it. Makes me think about Alice in Wonderland with the little rabbit and his watch.
This is cool. My husband has a gold one that has the front on it that comes off, but I won't sell it. It's really cool. He used to wear it quite often. But I like Fossil, though, and I like their purses, and they have it nice. Well, let's move on. I don't think we're seeing too much interest because it's a little too big for Babsie's, and let's just move on to the next one. And I have the next one's a stretchy ring lot. I don't know if Angie's still here, but I know stretchy can be kind of a dirty word, but some of them are kind of pretty.
They are. I'm learning to like some of the ones I find.
And I've been seeing some people in the chat say, oh, they like stretchy rings. So I thought, okay, I'm going to give it a try. This is the first one, kind of like a turquoise look. There, put it on so you can see what it looks like. That's really pretty. I really like this one. I was tempted to keep this one too. And let's see, I started this one at 10 because there's 6 rings. So that's less than $2 a ring. So that's pretty good. And the next one is kind of a heavy type stretch, almost like those bracelets that are a little heavier. But it's got a really neat stone that's kind of got like a design in the middle of it there, like a little fire. I can't really quite tell what it is, but it's pretty. And it looks really pretty on. See that kind of like in the middle there where it's,
I do see something kind of holographic in the middle.
yeah, it's like right in the middle of the ring. And everything's good in the back of it. I mean, there's no like foil or anything like that. So it's something in the ring. But it's kind of interesting. It's kind of different. And then we got the good old 60s peace sign there. It's pink, a pink peace sign, very blingy. And a blue one, kind of a flashy blue. And this is really, yeah, and it's unusual because this is tiny. This would fit probably on a child. It fits on my baby finger. But it's pretty though. It's got a lot of flash. And I know Jewelry Nurse was saying to use them like scarf clips too. And
yeah, you could do it that way, or maybe like napkin ring holders or something.
Yeah, that might be a nice thing for this one with it being so small. But and this one is really, really pretty too. It's got enamel colors.
I think my Skywatch said, "Can you show the band?"
The band, the one I just showed, this blue one, Skywatch.
Oh.
Yep, skinny fingers, and show the band. There's the band, and there's good stretch in it too. It's not weak. And there's the back of it. And you can see the rivet in it. I mean, this one's pretty well made because it's riveted onto the stone. And it's just such sparkle to it. Look at that. And the petals kind of move around. They're kind of articulated. So, yeah, it's pretty. And this one is like that on the back too, only it's a little bigger one. And it's got brown and teal and green. And then kind of detail on these silver ones. I like that one. I thought that one was kind of pretty. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. And this one, last one, looks like it was handmade, but I had to throw it in there. It's just so well made. I mean, I think it may be vintage too, because this was in that ladies' vintage stash. So I'm thinking somebody made it. And it's got a little blue stone flower, 3 of them, and 3 red ones there. And then it's just a single seed pearl band. And this one fits on my ring finger, and I'm about a 7, 6.5 to 7 on my ring finger. So I think this is probably about a 7. But it's not stretchy. You kind of have to, roll it off. This part here it's well made. Somebody took some time to make that. Pearls around it. So, but any interest in the stretchy rings?
Not seeing anyone bidding yet. Anyone interested in the stretchy rings?
Kathleen Brandt says she's made bead rings. It may not be old. Oh, it may not. It it does look to me, you know, like somebody made it because it's pretty. But we got anybody interested? If not, we'll move. I think we're down to the last thing.
Mm-hmm.
Move on to the last thing so we can finally get this thing over with.
Don't feel that way.
2 hours. I thought, oh, I don't want to go longer than 2 hours. Shoot. Okay, what's our the last one is the earring tree. I was gonna say, I almost forgot. This is the last item for sale. Is earring tree, and it includes the earring tree and the earrings. It's got a little bowl in the bottom where you can put rings in the bottom.
To the mesh ones.
Yeah, these are pretty, aren't they? These little
they're standing out.
13 earrings on here. These are kind of cool too, kind of a atomic type swirl silver tone earrings, and I got a couple of pearl earrings there, posts. And there's 2, these are heavier, a gold, kind of a gold braid, like a leaf type, 2 of those. We got 2, dare I say, 2 black balls. They are. And we've got some gunmetal colored tassel earrings here with a little rhinestone at the top on them, and some white danglies here with the little crystal on them. And these are pretty. There's another little set down here that has got a heart and a little drop on it. And these 2 here, kind of a artisan made looking ring. And then these are kind of a peach color, just little, I guess they're little acrylic disc, kind of a marbly peach color there on them. And I think that hit, I said the B word. So I think that hits most of them, and I'm starting this at 10. Is anybody interested in the earrings and the earring tree? I mean, you could actually put anything you wanted to. I mean, you could put bracelets on here, earrings.
Great way to take your pictures or store it.
Use it for prop. Oh, yeah, Babsy, the tree comes with the earrings. It's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Barbara said 10.
Yeah, I think it's cute. Maybe step back here a little bit, and let me see if maybe I can put this. That's a little better. You can kind of see how the tree looks there. Yeah, I kind of like jingling the little earrings.
Mm-hmm.
And April said it would be nice for seasons too.
Yeah, if you wanted to display it, yeah, sure. You could change it out seasonally and have your earrings on it, just like anything else, or brooches or something.
Brooches would go on it too. Yeah, that would be really cool to put some brooches on. I never even thought about that one. You get so many ideas going. These gold ones too are I just love them.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised Cindy wasn't after those, because that's her thing, those mesh.
Yeah. Cindy might have went to bed.
She likes silver. She likes silver tone too, so that's another.
Cindy might have went to bed. Been on here so long. Yeah, I've got another pair. Had 2 of these gold mesh, so I saved one for me. I was willing to part with one, and
we got 14 for Barbara.
Yeah, I think that kind of helps a little bit. Maybe put it against the red there. And then you can see the little cup here where you could put rings in there.
Oh, she said she got kicked off.
Who got kicked off? Oh, Cindy
Cindy.
did. Oh, we were talking about you, Cindy, because this tree had mesh earrings on it here. I'm selling the tree and all the earrings, the jewelry tree and the earrings. Oh, and there was 2 little green ones here. And there's 13 of them on there, so.
Shipping's going to be based off the weight of everything total that you bought, Kathleen.
Yes.
So once you send the email to her, she will weigh out all your items, and then she will ship it to you based off the weight, unless it's enough, like where it goes over a pound, then we always go in flat rate so that saves you money.
Yeah, I don't think this one would be any more than 7 at the very most. And it might be, you know, you just kind of have to play around. It could go, yeah, I don't know. It's, you know, I can weigh it right now, as a matter of fact, and make sure.
I have sold to Barbara for 14.
Yeah, it's about 7 ounces altogether. So I can probably get it for under that. Thank you, Barbara. And I think that finally concludes my auction. Thank you all so much for coming. And I'm sorry it went so long. Oh, Cindy said she could hear us talking, but she couldn't comment.
Mm-hmm. Because she got kicked off of Google, she said.
And Babsy's not supposed to be spending any money, and look what she's doing. I know, it's addicting. I have to live on a budget myself, and it's hard. And some nights I just won't even watch because I know I can't trust myself. But I'm getting to the point now where I can watch and not spend sometimes.
Right?
Jewelry AA, yep. Well, I had fun tonight too, Mike. I'm glad you did. And I'm glad you and Adam were here. That was nice to be able to have some men's things and have something the men can enjoy and look at. Thank you, Francis. I had a great time. Well, I'm not going to keep you any longer, and I'm not going to keep April any longer because she has been so gracious to help me out this evening. And I know she's exhausted. She has been going all day. So I'm going to tell everybody good night. Thank you so much for coming. And I may try to do some pop-ups next week. I'll see how things are going, and I might throw my hat in the ring with those and see how it goes. So thanks, Anita. Thanks, everyone. Good night. Happy holidays. Have a great week.
Bye.